It is time to live draft. I say mock draft, I mean live draft here on the Fantasy Football Show, but we're also breaking news right now as well. We talked about it at the end of the last live stream. I took a little 2 hour break. Now we're back doing live graveyard drafting. But breaking news is upon us. This man, Jahmyr Gibbs, getting first team reps and OTAs. That's what we expected. Par for the course. Jahmyr Gibbs.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Jahmyr Gibbs to the absolute
to the moon.
And where do we draft him tonight? Be cautious. Be careful. Don't draft him in some crazy, high second round, top of round 3 territory. You want to steal him away. You want to finesse him away from other people. And that's in the middle, round 3 to preferably top of round 4. We're drafting live. We're first talking Jahmyr Gibbs. And we're talking Russell Wilson, Dalvin Cook, all breaking news that happened right at the end of the last live stream. And we wanted to kick it off breaking news style. So let's dig into the news. Then we dig into drafting. Let's do it live. Appreciate every single one of you. File on in.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com news desk, here is your breaking news.
So we are here discussing Jahmyr Gibbs, and then we'll get right into live drafting. Jahmyr Gibbs reportedly taking first team reps. Now, this is fantastic news for every single one of us Jahmyr Gibbs believers because we're ecstatic about this young man. And there's a little science behind why Jahmyr Gibbs is going to do well. Somebody says, Smitty, why do you think Jahmyr Gibbs is a top 5 or 6 to 10 running back? I said, no, Bob. It's not top 6 to 10 anymore. It's top 5 to 10. And then a phone call, came in and someone said, buddy of mine, Smitty, you said 6 to 10. What exactly, just curious, what exactly made you go from 6 to 10 to 5 to 10? What made you make the jump? And I said, science, Bob. And Bob said, science? Can you explain it to me? And I said, absolutely. But the continuum of the gigawatt component structure of Jahmyr Gibbs' workload divide has a megawatt offload that if you compartmentalize the component conjunction timekeeper and you flux capacitor out the continuum component megabolt, things just end up happening. And that's why Jahmyr Gibbs is a top 5 to 10 running back instead of top 6 to 10. And it really is that simple when you break it down. And I know a lot of people don't understand the science behind it, but you leave the science to me. I'll break it down. It's a combination of a lot of different things, but I understand it and I'll relay it to you. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to explode. If you're not on board, we're not letting you on board. If you don't have a Jahmyr Gibbs card, kind of like you don't have a Marsman card, we're not giving one to you later. In fact, if you don't have your Jahmyr Gibbs card now, I'm taking away your Jahmyr Gibbs card. I'm taking it away. Your ability to own a Jahmyr Gibbs card in the future, non-existent. We won't allow it. We're taking it from your Kung Fu grip and no longer. You can't jump on this train later and say, well, I just wasn't sure how it was going to happen, Smitty. I thought maybe he just, Montgomery would eat into his work. Tell me you don't know anything about the offseason or football without telling me you don't know anything about the offseason or football. When you say something like, but what about Montgomery? What about Montgomery? Montgomery's got nothing to do with it. What are you talking about? When you run your mouth, Bob or Steve or worried William or petrified Peter or upset Unger, when you say something like, what about Monty? They paid Monty a lot of money. What in the hell are you talking about? We're talking about a guy who's drafted 12 overall. They paid him money. They pay everybody money. Everybody gets a bag in the NFL. We're talking about the number 12 overall pick. Not practice. We're talking about the number 1 overall pick. This is a game, not practice, not a practice. We're talking about a game. We're talking about a gamer, and we're talking about a guy that's going to bring you, 1,500 easy total yards as a rookie. You heard me. I didn't stutter. I didn't accidentally say 1,500 when I didn't mean it. You're talking about a guy that could score easily double-digit touchdowns and a player that's 100% in my mind going to disappoint me by dropping 55-plus receptions. Okay? Easily 55-plus receptions as a rookie. Okay? Let's roll. Let's roll. That's Jahmyr Gibbs news. Let's roll straight into Russell Wilson news. So this is a weird one. Russell Wilson used his non-trade clause to decline trades to the Eagles and Commanders in 2022. Now, let me have Ziggy or Ziggy's assistant read this one, because this is quite a strange report, and what a dumb line of thinking for the Eagles to even think about this last offseason. Now, in fairness to the people that didn't know what time it was, like us, that knew that Jalen Hurts was the second coming of the next elite quarterback breed, we knew this. Everybody else didn't apparently know this. We knew this. We talked about it all offseason. Jalen Hurts was a steal for every single one of you that scooped him up on the advice of the show and yourself as we came together as a community and said, this is the win a league quarterback at round 6 and 7. Early quarterback's amazing, and that's a great way to win, but you can also win a league by drafting Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow and Jalen Hurts. And if you need a little refresher or reminder, because you say, Smitty, I don't remember you talking about Jalen Hurts. We only played the tripod all offseason long.
The tripod, likened to pyramids in ancient Egypt, consists of drafting either Joe Burrow or Jalen Hurts, with one of Hall, Gibbs or Bijan, and one of Olavi, Watson, Wilson, or Chase.
Now, the bottom part of the tripod has evolved over time. The top part has not. It's always remained Burrow and Hurts atop of that. And the crazy part is that this Eagle team was contemplating trying to get Russell Wilson in-house. I mean, we'll have to see if this is confirmed to be true. But what a bad, and yes, we are live. I'm just going through the news real quick. What a bad assessment. And look, this is a team that made it to the, made the distance and almost won the Super Bowl, just, seconds away essentially of winning a Super Bowl. So we can't clown on Sirianni, who developed this whole team and transitioned this team into a Super Bowl contending team, and obviously a Super Bowl potential favorite this year, or a top 2 or 3, contending favorite. But this is a coach that did doubt Jalen Hurts a little bit and proved that by talking about QBs in the draft, by continuing to talk about Jalen Hurts maybe not being the guy. We saw it coming, but this is a crazy report if it's true, and it just goes to show that not everybody, not even the coach, knows what's coming, but the show knows what's coming. And here's the report. Let me have it read to you.
Sports Illustrated's Greg Bishop reports Broncos QB Russell Wilson used his no-trade clause to decline trades to the Eagles and Commanders in 2022. Rumors the Eagles made a play at Wilson have been circulating since last March, when Wilson's QB coach said Wilson turned down Washington and an offer from Philly during the Combine. Wilson went on to set career lows under first-year coach Nathaniel Hackett in Denver, while an all-pro season from Jalen Hurts led the Eagles to the Super Bowl. With Hackett fired, there's hope for a Wilson rebound under ex-Saints HC Sean Payton in Denver. Wilson underwent a knee scope after missing 2 games to injury last year and is expected to be ready for the start of Otis.
Being ready for the start of Otis. Thank you, Siri's, Ziggy's assistant. Weird is all I can say. Dumb is another term comes to mind. But let's move on, because they know what they have now, but goodness gracious. And some people were suggesting on the live stream, and other people DM me, that this was during the season or after the season. No. It was in 2022. It was in 2022, not 2023 combine time. 2022 combine, not 2023 after the Super Bowl. No one's dumb enough to overlook what Hurts was. Not to mention they paid him the bag. So I think maybe somebody might have even reported that, because I had like 3 or 4 people. Like one on the live stream, and 3 or 4 people were like, Smitty, this happened after the Super Bowl. No, it had nothing to do with his shoulder or anything. This is 2022, before they saw him coming like we saw him coming. And anyway, Dalvin Cook reports have been speculating that the Dolphins are a leading suitor for to trade for Vikings running back Dalvin Cook. This is interesting. You know, we're still awaiting. Let me pull up that piece of news here. So Miami has been linked to Cook since the start of the NFL offseason. In March, the Dolphins have since re-signed running backs Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson, and drafted running back who is this? Scott, not yet Scott. Hang tight, Scott. Dial in 1 second. And drafted running back Devon Achane in the 3rd round. Trading for Cook would create a crowded running back depth room situation for Miami, but would give the Dolphins a 3-down starter that they lacked and have lacked for a few seasons. The Vikings trading Cook seems likely, if not completely certain, in the coming weeks. What's weird is that he was a designated potential cut, and now we're talking about a trade. Now we're talking about a player that is going to be traded. I don't understand where this turned into that versus he's a post June 1 cut, but he's certainly going to get dealt. I think the interest was so big they took the gamble. Let's not cut him. We can cut him and take a big take a potential where you divide up the dead cap between this year and next year by cutting him after June 1. So they're just pausing a little bit. They're pausing a little bit. They still may cut him. If they cut him before June 1, they could have taken their lumps all in this offseason, which they didn't want to do because they feel like they're building now. They need freed up money. They're good to go for 2023 and 2024. Whereas the Cardinals, as an example, with DeAndre Hopkins, they wanted to cut Hopkins before the June 1 deadline so they could take all their lumps in 2023 during a wasted year. The Vikings feel they're competitive, so they wanted to spread it out. So he was earmarked, so to speak, to be a post-June 1 cut so that they could spread out the cap hit over 2023 and 2024 as soon as they crossed over the June 1 deadline. But they're pausing. They're trying to trade him. Apparently there's some potential teams like the Miami Dolphins, which makes me think this has legs because the Dolphins would say, hey, let's just not do anything. Let's let him cut him and let's get him for free without trading any sort of draft capital. But apparently, and this is what makes me feel there's legs to this Miami Dolphins situation, is that you don't want Cook to be able to decide where he gets to go. There is an advantage of trading very low, like 4th or 5th round, draft capital, and the Vikings are going to lose him outright. So they might as well just take the draft pick, trade him, and they could even package in taking on some of the dead cap if they want. But why not get a 4th or 5th rounder for free, even though it's very, very small amount of return? The Dolphins don't want to lose the opportunity of getting him instead of having to compete for him. That would be the advantage. Now, are there going to be people knocking down his door if he got released? I don't know. I think a few of the Buffalo Bills come to mind. So we'll see. But this is going to be interesting. We thought he was going to get cut. Now it's time to get into draft mode, ladies and gentlemen. And let me drop the link in the live chat. This is how you get into the draft if you want to play Underdog Fantasy. Promo code Smitty. Right now, we're drafting Underdog Fantasy. Promo code Smitty. I've dropped the link in the live chat. Let me pin said link. The link is also in the description of every single video. But I'm going to pin it right now in the live chat for you so you can click it with ease. Get in, and I'm going to wait a minute so you guys can sign up. If you miss out for any reason, just join a draft right after us and use what we're talking about to apply to your draft. There's no reason you can't still draft, even if you don't necessarily get into the one we're about to jump into. So here we go. Don't click it yet. You guys always click too early. You're going to swipe over once you open the app to the Puppy 2. Here are all the different cards. Saturday, Breakfast Ball, Best Ball Mania, Puppy 2. We're going to click on it. We're not going to click the green button yet. It's $1 million in prizes, $5 in entry, is $150 to first place, $75,000 to second. It's 1 QB, 2 running back, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex, and 10 bench spots. Click the green button right now. Jump in. 5 more spots until it's full. 4 more spots until it's full. 3, 4. Somebody jumped out. 4 more spots. 3 more spots until it's full. The link is pinned in the live chat. Schmitty, how come I didn't get in? You got literally You got literally 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Okay. And it's full. That's a long time. That is quite a long time. Your boy got the 8 pick. Not too fond of the 8 pick, but that's what I got. So let's go over to the draft board here, and we'll look at it from this angle. Okay. Draft begins in 39 seconds. I love these drafts. These puppy drafts are so much fun. They're so much fun. Let's get it on. Oh, this is the wrong draft. This is a different draft I have on screen here. Let me back out and go in. Okay, so this drafts active. Where's the timer? Draft starts in sequence. Where's the timer? There we go. It should pop up at the top here. Upcoming. Seven picks away. Where is this? I think this is it. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So let me join the draft and go into board view so you guys can get a real good glimpse of what's going on here. Okay, we'll do that. I'm going to zoom in one time. And drag this sucker around. I think that is probably the most ideal viewing experience right there. Okay. Perfecto. Code Smitty. Link is pinned in the live chat if you want to get in. Okay, now the phone lines are open. Scotty's a little anxious. D Philly calling in. D Philly, you're live. What's up, pal?
I'm in with you guys, I believe.
Okay, what's your name, D Philly?
D Philly.
All right, that's easy. Let's see here.
Up in 3 picks.
D Philly. I don't see D Philly. Do you see the fantasy football show?
Oh, maybe I didn't get in with you guys.
Yeah, I don't think you did. Okay, hold on. It's okay. Draft alongside of us. You don't have to worry or it's. Let's go. Man, do I take Diggs
What pick
here?
are you?
I'm on the clock here at number 8. So I'm gonna go with Diggs here. I'm gonna go Diggs at this pick. Just draft alongside of us. It doesn't, you apply what we're talking about. Sometimes it's fun to draft in a separate draft while we're drafting, and you get to have this different team, and you get to look at what we're doing. You get to hear what we're doing, and then maybe apply it to your draft. If we're like, oh my God, this guy's a steal here, and you look at it, you're like, man, I can draft him too. We got Marsman Rock Out on the line. Marsman Rock Out, what's up, pal?
I don't know. I got some karma or what, but I did what you said and I still didn't get in.
How do you not get in, Rock Out? There was literally like a 30-second window. There's like a 30-second window.
When you said press, I pressed. I don't know. My internet must have been messed up. I don't know.
That's weird. Okay. Philly's the 1.10. We have a big dog Stark in the building. I think that is our guy from Stark, my boy Stark. Stark, are you there? Speak up. Okay, so it went JJ, Chase, Bijan, McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, Kelsey, Cooper Kupp, and then Diggs to me. AJ Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Garrett Wilson. I don't go a lot of Diggs, but whoever's got the show on in the background, if you could turn that down or off, that'd be perfect. Or mute yourself until you're talking. Eckler, and so Taylor's on the clock here with back-to-backs. Eckler, and who does he grab? Okay, number 11 on the clock, Garrett Wilson. What are we doing there, pal? Garrett Wilson and Olave. A little early on Olave, but I know my eager beavers out there are drafting our boys a little early. Kind of is the name of the game. Scooby's on the clock. Scott, you're live.
Hey, just with today's news, what do you should I drop my shares of Amari Cooper, try to make a trade, and who would I trade for him?
I mean, bro, you got to go after all the guys on the movement. Let's just go after Watson, go after Hold on one second. I got Diggs and Taylor. That ain't bad. I'll go Diggs and Taylor. Yeah, I mean, you go after like Watson, go after London. I mean, Amari Cooper is going to cost a lot less than a London or Watson in Dynasty, but if you throw in picks, you throw in another player. You could go after an Olave using a first rounder, because Olave sometimes has second round value. Like in this draft, we value him really, really high at 14 overall. And I think that's too high, honestly, because you can get him later typically. But this is Snipe City when we're all drafting together. And I don't mind. Garrett Wilson and Olave are a fantastic duo. So if the 11 spot guy doesn't reach like every pick, he'll be fine. If he reaches on all 4 picks, he's going to look like someone kicked him in the nuts, and he's going to like somebody raptured his third rounder. So we'll see what he does at the turn here. But like that's fine. Those are 2 amazing players. So he reached on the Olave pick, but big deal. You can survive 1 reach. You can definitely survive. Smart reaches are okay. And I know it's confusing. People are like, well, when's a good reach? Practice. Practice makes perfect. That's why these drafts are amazing. They're $5 each. The link is pinned in the live chat, Underdog Fantasy. You can use promo code Smitty. If you missed out on this draft, which I see constantly in the chat, which is, I get it, but just draft alongside of us. You don't have to be in this exact draft. We're all in the same draft. We're all in this big same draft pool. And if you make it out of your first round and second round and you go into the final round, we'll all be together. So don't look at it like you missed the draft. You missed our little division, so to speak. So get in there and start drafting. But yeah, to answer your question, bro, Olave is not always this highly ranked. St. Brown is kind of doubted because Jameson Williams is there in Dynasty. People kind of shy away from it. Tony Pollard's got a shaky value to some people. You could trade Amari Cooper in your quarterback to upgrade into a Hurts or Burrow. You could do a ton of different things, but I don't know that like Amari Cooper alone is going to get you anything. You got to throw in stuff. You got to get creative, or see if someone's like sleeping on a Watson. Try and trade him straight up and see what happens. Or you wait, and then if Cooper has a good week 1 and Watson blows in week 1, you do a swap. You what?
The shares I have, he's my third receiver, and so I was just thinking maybe a swap for Godwin or drop or going for a London or which I think I can probably pull off 1-for-1 or pretty close to it.
All right, so hold on one second. Hold on one second. I'm on the clock here.
He's shot it.
Hold on one second. Okay, Gibbs is the third running back. I don't feel like this is crazy reach. Debo, no thank you. I could go QB. I think I'm just going to take Gibbs. It's third is fine. Mid-third, I'm okay with that. Don't reach any higher than like you have to, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that versus not getting him. But just Diggs, Jonathan, Taylor, and Gibbs. Gibbs, Diggs, and Jonathan Taylor. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
We should be shopping him now with the lean of Hopkins going to Cleveland, right?
Well, yeah. I mean the lean. We don't know what is. Yeah, I mean I'd shop him anyway. I don't trust him. So I'll be shopping him no matter what, but I certainly would rather shop him now. I just don't know if people are going to be skeptical of that. You might find someone sleeping, bro. Sick Nasty dropping a $2 hauler. I think I was starting to think you took an ESPN offer, says Sick Nasty. I'm not sure what that means. You mean because I was late to the draft? Yeah, sometimes I'm not right on time. Appreciate you being here, pal. Okay, so look at this 11 slot right here. Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Travis Etienne. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Again, Olave was a reach. It's okay to do an itty-bitty reach. Joe Burrow, I like that. That's smooth. That's a smooth team right there. That is a top 4 team. You reach on Olave. You take Garrett Wilson, where I believe that's pretty good value. I don't think that's a reach. And then you get good value in Etienne and Joe Burrow. Smash, smash, smash. Smitty approved. Probably my favorite team so far that is not mine. Big Dog Stark going with the quad wide receivers. Let me just say, all 4 of them are really, really good. So this is a version of the Wolf Pack Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Drake London, and Christian Watson. This is the Quad Squad, the Burn Unit, the Wolf Pack, the four amigos. I give you the four best friends that anybody could have. Hold on, I'm on the clock here. I'm about to time out. Hold on, hang tight, guys, hang tight. Okay, so I got to decide. I'm timing out. I got London a little early, Kenneth Walker, boy, or I go Fields. I'm gonna time out. I'm gonna go Walker. It's a little early. I'm gonna try the 3 running backs, and I don't know how it's gonna make my wide receivers look, but I really love the firepower of the running back arsenal, and I like my ability to draft sleeper wide receivers. So let's see how it ends up shaking out. It could backfire because we're in Snipe City, but then again, there's a lot of wide receivers that are off the board, and a lot of running backs are going to get scooped up, and there potentially could be some kind of, scarcity at running back that triggers a running back run. And so I think I'll be okay, but we'll see if it ends up backfiring. Who is talking? I'm sorry.
Nothing. I just had a thought. Nobody speaks about Dulcich. What's your thoughts on him? He averaged like the 6th most fantasy points per game of a rookie tight end in the last decade. He had a really good season last year. Why is he totally off radars?
I mean, he had Greg Dulcich had 33 receptions for 411 yards and 2 TDs. So I don't know what you mean.
Well, he missed the first 6 weeks.
Yeah, but I mean,
and then in the late game.
Yeah, but I just.
But his average was like 8.6 fantasy points a game, which was the 6th highest in the last decade for a rookie tight end. So why is he not eligible to move forward from
I don't know what
and become
he played
a relevant.
He played
partner?
10 games. He played 10 games.
Yeah, there were 17. He missed the first 6 in one league.
I mean, but he played 10 games at 411. I mean, I get it. I mean, maybe the rookie tight ends are not. It's not the craziest stat in the world. And I don't know if that stat's accurate that you're citing, that if he's that rank, he could be. I'm not saying he isn't, but I mean, he showed some promise. I don't think he's somebody you should be avoiding. He had an 80-yard game. He had an 85-yard game. And then that was really about it. He had a 40, a 50, 30, 11, a 40, and he had 2 touchdowns. So I mean, regardless of what numbers you're looking at, and again, I'm not sure that exact stat, but even if he ranks relatively high, let's just say it's top 12. And again, I don't know, I can't confirm your stat, but let's say it's top 12 or something like that, rookie tight. That's a good number. It's not the craziest season ever, in my opinion. Hang tight real quickly. I gotta make a draft selection here. Okay. Boy. What do I do here? We got Kittle. We've got it's early. It's early, but we talked them up big time today. And I'm going to go a tad bit earlier than the ADP suggests because I need to get the wide receiver to go with this. I have to reach. Remember I said you can do 1 reach, maybe 2. 1 reach, but it's got to be smart. It's got to be smart. And while this could end up backfiring on me, this is also the kind of reach that can hit a home run. And I don't want to miss out on having the two wide receivers that I really, really, really like. And this is going to be my smart reach. Again, look at draft slot number 11. Olave was a reach. Plain and simple. That was a massive reach, but you can do a smart reach. The way I look at it is I would have taken him at 65 overall, and I don't think he would have lasted, especially in this group of people. But if I was to let him fall and he gets taken, guess what? At 65, I'm getting a guy that I would have probably taken at 56 that is still going to be there. So I'm reaching. And it wasn't that big of a reach, to be honest. Kadarius Toney's hold on 1 second. Who's on the clock here? Who is that? I hear someone on the clock. Oh, you're in a different draft. Dude is the best. The best is wide receiver. Dude, this dude at best is wide receiver 18. Well, Bijan. Bijan. Bijan Kenobi, we should take away your name. I beg to differ, young man. I say if all goes well, this guy could be a fantasy football wide receiver 1, broski. Clearly you don't believe in Kadarius Toney, and that's okay. That's okay. All right, Smitty reaching for the stars. Absolutely. Tell me my team isn't fire, though. Okay, as you say something about reaching, tell me you don't like JT, Jahmyr Gibbs, Kenneth Walker, Kadarius Toney, Stephon Diggs. Tell it to me. Dial in and say it to my face. That team's straight fire, bro. Straight fire. Reach around, no pun intended, is just fine. Okay, let's roll. We're almost on the clock here. Do I go wide receiver here? Or do I pick I'm going to take this guy about 10 spots too early as well. I love those wide receivers considering. I like it. I like it a lot. Bring it. Bring it. Yeah, who's on the line here? Let's go to a new caller. Hold on. D Philly, hang tight. Scotty, you've been waiting a while. Or Scott. I'm sorry, Scott.
Oh, I've been talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Super Rudy. Super Rudy. Hello, Super Rudy.
Hey, how's it going, Frank?
What's up?
Yo. No, I just I saw you live today and wanted to call you back about the super chat I sent earlier.
Okay, did I miss it? Or what happened?
No. It was the one about J-Mo and Tony. It was mostly about Tony.
Oh, yeah.
Telling you those trades about Tony. Yeah.
Yeah, did you end up doing it or did you do what I said?
No, those two trades were already done a while ago, but just wanted your thoughts on
So
them.
what was it?
They were done at like the end of the...
What was it that you did again? You traded away... Remind me.
One of them was Jameson Williams and Kadarius Toney for Addison and Nico, and then the other one was a 24-second in JMO for Tony, and it was something like, I forget the other trade, but
Yeah.
was
I
mainly the first one I
definitely
wanted
would
to
rather
see
have the
because-
Jameson Williams and Kadarius Toney over Addison just because you got the potential for both those guys. One of them, at least.
Yeah, I was just kind of sour on Tony because he fucked me all year and last year, and I don't know. I was really high on him coming out, and then he just like never got on the field.
Yeah.
And I still have like 8 drafts left to go, so I'm wondering if I could if you had draft picks right now, what would you try and trade for him? Because I do want to get back in on him, but man, I was emotionally hurt by him last year, and I kind of made those trades kind of impulsively and want to see if I can get some shares back.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
'Cause I do like him.
You're gonna have to test the waters. I mean, you have to give me examples. It's very vague. I mean, how do you get it? How do you get Tony? You could look around this ADP board and say to myself, can you trade a Mike Evans and a pick? Can you trade a Ayuk straight up because someone's sleeping? Can you trade a Christian Kirk straight up because you like your guy better? All right, hold on one second. Hang tight. I gotta check out this board here and take a look at what is available to me. Let's see here.
Crap, man. Oh, yeah.
I like Waller here. I'm gonna go Waller here. Straight fire. Yeah. Trey, you don't have to watch the stream if it's that bothering to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, go start your own show. If this advice is so bad for your eyes, you know what I'm saying? I can help you, assist you on out the door if you want, Trey, or you can enjoy the show. It's totally up to you. It's totally up to you, Trey. Not everybody's gonna like everybody's advice, and we're not always gonna agree, Trey. But keep bringing the negativity. Keep doing it. See what happens, Trey. See what happens. Moore over Tony. I could understand that. I could get behind that. How do I like Mike Evans this year, Legion? I'd probably say I can't stand the Bucks, and this quarterback room is awful. It's awful. They're throwing just duds all over the field. Baker and Trask, they look pathetic. But like in the 7th round, I definitely could see myself. I could see myself dipping into a little Mike Evans, but that's it. That's the only place I would look to it. That's the only place. Okay, let's see here. Otherwise, awesome. I love this team. I love this team. Who else is on the line here? Rock out. What's up, pal? How's your team looking?
Can I give you an update?
Sure.
I got a running back, Bijan, Robinson, Pierce, Swift, and then a wide receiver.
Nice, bro.
Alave, Watson, Pickens, and then in the 7th round, Evans.
Nice, bro. I like it. This squad's coming in, shaping out nicely. I've got, let me switch over to this screen here. So we got Jonathan Taylor, Jahmyr Gibbs, Kenneth Walker, Stephon Diggs, Kadarius Toney, Jahan Dotson, Darren Waller. I'm definitely messing with that team all day long. That's pretty legit. Now I'm kind of in a dilemma here. We got Charbonnet as the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th ranked running back. There's no way he's going to be back. Middle of the 8th. Going to be another little reach here, but I can't really let it go. It's 10 picks too early, not a big deal. So here's the squad so far. Taylor, Gibbs, Walker, Charbonnet, fire. Diggs, Kadarius, Jahan Dotson, Toney and Dotson are 2 of my bigger breakout wide receivers. Darren Waller, I think, is going to smash and have a bounce back season. And I don't give him like a handful, but absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. How do I feel about Stevenson? Great 3rd round pick and redraft. Yeah. What else you got? Rock out.
What's your thoughts on Rashad White?
White. I don't like Tampa Bay Bucks, bro. It's just bad. It's a bad look. It's a bad look. I don't think it's going to end up well. Sound effects. We got a super chat here from Belichick himself. Says, "Don't let Trey take you there, Smitty." Oh, I don't mind, bro. He's not. No one's. This is my resting face, bro. This is a show where debating happens, but there's also people like no offense, Carrot Top, but Carrot Tops and Trey they like to stir the pot in a way that's not real positive. Like so they will eventually be they're warned. They're warned. There's a way to agree and disagree. There's a way to be respectful. It's okay to disagree. You don't have to like someone's team. I don't have to like your take. You don't have to like my take. But there's certain people in the chat that stir pots and they'll be gone. It's plain and simple. There's nothing to worry about it. Okay, here we go. Oh man, I really like Jameson for later. I'm going to go A-Rod, though. I don't want to miss out on getting a quarterback. So, Aaron Rodgers, JT, Gibbs, Walker, Charbonnet, Diggs, Toney, Jahan Dotson, Darren Waller. I mean, really, How do you not love that team? How do any of the haters in the building gonna hate on this team? Rodgers, JT, Gibbs, Walker, Charbonnet, Diggs, Kadarius, Tony, Jahan Dotson, and Darren Waller. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Evans won't have time to run deeper routes. Exactly, Legion. I mean, this quarterback room's garbage in Tampa Bay. Absolutely crazy. Okay, does taking Walker 4th round make sense if you're gonna take Zach Charbonnet? Doesn't a Javonte make more sense from a season-long point of view? No. I mean, Javonte Williams is a 7th rounder, bro. Or if you want to roll the dice, 6th rounder. Walker's a 4th and 5th rounder. And the duo Charbonnet and Walker guarantee you everything you need. Walker, if you take Javonte, you got to also take the cuff as well. Absolutely not. I love the combination. I like Walker and Charbonnet as much as 2nd round players when you give me the combo. Now, do I like Walker around 5? I absolutely do. Can I get Walker around 5? No, I cannot. You know why? Because we're in Snipe City. That's why. So that's not going to happen. That's going to be something that's going to be a little hard to pull off in this crew. Because these are not, this is not your grandma's draft. This is a bunch of sharks in here. Snipe Cityville going on in here. Okay, let me scroll down so people can see what's going on here. Let's see here. Hold on. Okay, Baker's spam is nasty. Baker and okay, Smokey wants out. There you go, Smokey. Enjoy. Baker, Evans for the 2-yard TD every game. If they could sniff the end zone, bro. Oh, I'm on the clock. No! No! Ah! Who'd I get? Daniel Jones? Son of a B.
Could be worse.
I didn't realize I was on the clock. Yeah, that's all right. Man.
Did you cue him?
No, I didn't have anybody queued. That's why I timed out to Daniel Jones. I wish Walker wasn't made of glass. Or Waller. I was going to say Walker. Walker's not made of glass. I wish, he says Waller made of glass. What? Don't worry, peanut butter and waivers. We'll easily weed out the negativity. So you want to be negative? Honestly, you want to be negative, you'll be weeded out. Like, that's just the way it is. There's a difference between having different opinions. So don't hold back peanut butter and waivers because some people have been negative. We're getting bigger. As we get bigger, the percentage of haters will grow, but that's okay. We'll take care of it. That's why we got moderators. And this not to say anybody, and I don't want my moderators just blocking people that disagree. That's not what this is about. It's about stirring the pot and being a negative, force in the chat, trying to drag down the chat, being a completely negative, disruptive person. You will be weeded out. No Tay Adams. Yikes, buddy, says Tay Adams. I don't know why on earth you think drafting Tay Adams is something that's on my mind, bro. Yeah, Daniel Jones isn't horrible. I think he could have a good year. And I got Waller, so it's kind of stacked in a way. But I definitely didn't want that pick. That was not what I intended to do with that draft selection, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, it's okay. I'm loving the squad. I'm loving it. D-Town Smokey went past Uranus straight out of the solar system. Okay, I'm on the clock. What do I do here? I got a couple options here. I'm going to cuff Sky Moore and Kadarius together. I feel like that's definitely a smart play. Jonathan became a member. Appreciate you, Jonathan. Gifted memberships rolling in. Who's this? Who's dropping these? DW dropping multiple gifted memberships. Bella, check yourself, dropping a super chat for some new markers. Attaboy, Bella, check yourself. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Gifted memberships by DW. What a guy, says Travis. DW dropping 20 gifted memberships. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means.
Alert. Super chat alert. Alert. Super.
Appreciate you, Double D. Appreciate you. Look at all these 20 of them coming in. Absolute monster. Monster known as DW. I think I like some of the wide receivers right here, but I think I'm going to explore some other positions here and see what I can get. I mean, it's getting dry out there. You guys are amazing drafters. It's Snipe City up in here. Total Snipe City. Who's on the line still? D Philly, what do you? D Philly, what do you got?
Man, I'm drafted. I'm trying to concentrate.
Yeah, it's hard, huh? That's why I time out sometimes. That's why I time out more than the average bear. It's just natural. Okay. Running back so far. Gibbs, Taylor, Walker, Charbonnet. I could probably keep going the route of wide receiver. I think it's safer for me to do that. And then again, I don't see anybody I want right here. And I don't know that I want to force it. I'm going to go one more QB, and then I'm done at QB. So here's my team so far. I've got Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to stay on this view because you can't even see the board view as well anymore. But Aaron Rodgers, Daniel Jones, Derek Carr, all different bye weeks. Running backs, the three combination have different bye weeks. The JT, Gibbs, and then the combination with Seattle, all different bye weeks. Diggs, Kadarius Toney, Jahan Dotson, Sky Moore, all different bye weeks. And, aside from the cuff of Toney and Sky Moore, Darren Waller, this is a great team. If Kadarius Toney drops anything close to wide receiver 1 numbers, this is going to be one of my more exciting teams, to be honest. Let's go to the board view real quick. Where are we at? Interesting draft. Interesting draft. Harry said he never gets a gift. Harry, you might have to turn on that feature. You heard Smitty, mods, don't silence me just because I disagree sometimes. It's okay to disagree, bro. I've said that before, and I even tell my mods over and over. Disagreeing's fine. Don't silence somebody because they disagree. People get silenced when they come in, they start generating hate and negativity. That won't be allowed. That's what moderators are there to do. Trey is one that's going to need to kind of button it up a little bit because you can be that way, Trey. Who says this? Smitty, you should smash some Antonio Gibson at his ADP. New OC favors receiving running backs. Yeah, we've talked a lot about this. It's kind of hard for me to buy in unless he's going to remain where he is. If he starts climbing, then I'm going to be out. Right now, I don't mind Gibson at his current ADP, but he's starting to rise based on all the buzz, and it's going to be hard for me to stay in on that unless he stays relatively low. Harry Romero, appreciate you being here. The test in the house. Travis Rowe, D-Town, appreciate you all being here. Harry, click the gift green tab and enable gifts, says D-Town. I think, yeah, that's what you got to do, bro. I don't know that you've done that. And you wouldn't know to do that, to be honest. It's not something you think about or even know is there. So enable gifts. And I don't know why some accounts have that turned off and some don't. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, Gibson's got good value if he remains low. If he remains low, I'm all in. Because it doesn't cost anything. Okay, I'm going to go Okonkwo here. Get my tight end room all worked. Packaged up there. We got Waller and Okonkwo. Very, very solid tight end crew. We still got these gifted memberships coming in from DW, so just flying in, which we should have another emoji, and we can put a T-Law emoji up tonight. So thank you, DW. We're getting an Okonkwo emoji because of DW. What'd you say, Rockout?
I was like, nice for the membership.
Oh, did you get one from DW?
No, I was just acknowledging it.
Oh. Rockout, appreciate you. Someone says, wake up, Terry. Just woke up. Oh my god, I thought I was going to time out again. I don't know where to go from here. I feel like when we draft together, it just dries up so quickly. I don't even know what my next pick's going to be. I'm trying to make it a wide receiver, but it's hard to force it. I'm going to go Hyatt because I've got Danny Dimes. I'm very excited about Hyatt, but he could be slow starting, which is okay. I don't necessarily need it right now. I've got Dotson, Diggs, Tony, Sky Moore cuffed to Tony, Hyatt and Danny Dimes and Waller all cuffed together. That could be pretty interesting. I think the Giants will be a little bit more of a surprise than people think. So it's okay. I timed out on Danny Dimes, but I don't mind it. And I do have Derek Carr as well. So I'm fine with that. Let's see here. I actually think Tony has the most raw talent among receivers. There is a concern, but again, it's all packaged into that ADP. Now, granted, your boy Smitty reached a little bit, but what people need to understand when they're watching this live stream and they're not taking into account the full picture is that we've already got so much sniping going on. By the time I made that draft selection, there were a bunch of guys, 5, 6, 7 guys ahead of them on the wide receiver rank, but I don't want any of those guys. And I need a wide receiver because I chose to go 3 RBs before that point. And what people need to understand is when you draft in Snipe City, everything is pulled up. So you're looking at every pick's essentially a little bit of a reach based on the reaches that have happened 4 and 5 rounds above. So it's not that crazy when you look at the big picture. When you look at the ADPs at the end of the draft, you're like, God, that guy got taken literally 15, 20 picks above his ADP. But welcome to drafting together. Welcome to Snipe City. This is the way these drafts are. And not to mention, like I said earlier, the thing that I feel like people don't really pay attention to that are negative toward a big reach like that is that you can get away with, look at this team. JT, Gibbs, Walker, Charbonnet, Aaron Rodgers, Daniel Jones, Carr. I mean, you could say you like other quarterback rooms more, but I got good depth there. In the running back room, I put this running back room up against anybody's in this draft, and we'll go over the teams in a minute. I'd put this wide receiver room up against the majority of them. There will be 1 or 2, maybe 3 wide receiver rooms that I do like better than my own, but at the cost of what? I feel like my tight end room is going to be in the top 6. I feel like my wide receiver room is in the top 6, even if it's not top 3. I feel like my running back room is number 1, and I feel like my quarterback room will hang very, very well. Is it my favorite draft I've ever had? No. But do I like it a lot? I do. I actually really, really like the wide receiver room a lot more than people think. Dang, D Philly just got me. Oh, God, I'm going to time out again. I'll go Curtis Samuel here for good measure and protection a little bit. I'm doing some side cuffing to the wide receivers. So Tony and Sky Moore, Curtis Samuel, and Jahan Dotson. I think it's a very smart approach because if, let's say, Dotson goes down, Curtis Samuel probably has a big uptick in value, So I feel like it's a pretty good safeguard move. Who's on the phone here? Philly, what else you got? Or who? There's someone else on the line. Hold on. No, they hung up. Phone line's open if anybody wants to dial in. Philly, what else you got? Tell us what your team looks like. Don't give me the whole team, but give me like the starting lineup. What do you got?
I got Hurts, ETN, Williams, E-Ryan, A.J. Brown, Drake London, McLaurin, Burks, Goddard, Kanad, Kincaid, Derek Carr.
Nice job.
Kendra Miller and Bigsby.
Tay Adams says Olave shouldn't go till the third at least. LOL. That's a cute story. It's a cute story, Tay. Hey Tay, can you tell everybody else that too? Can you spread the word, please? Spread the word. Tell everybody you know that Olave shouldn't go until the third round at least. LOL. I would love for you to spread that message as much as you can. Please. Please. I would love you to tell the entire world. Not to mention the ADP data puts Olave in round 2. Tay. It puts him in round 2, pal. You know who shouldn't go in the second round is Devontae Adams. That's who. Good looks, peanut butter, says Travis. All right, here we go. We're getting close. I got so many puppies, and I still have a bunch of Poodle 2s that are still lingering, slow ones. Right when Poodle 2 was about out, I went in and added like 7 or 8. Just went add. I added 7 slow Poodles. And so I still have a bunch of those lingering. Smitty trying to troll the ADP. Love it. I don't know what you mean, bro. Okay, I'm on the clock here. I've got a quarterback room on point. I probably want to get one more tight end. Wide receiver room's really good. I really have good, depth here. I can kind of go in any direction I want. I'm probably going to roll. I'll go Gesicki, I guess, as a third tight end. And what round are we in? So I have a 17, 18. I have 2 more picks. Okay. Let's go to the board view. I wear my sunglasses at night. I do too, bro. When you get migraines looking at screens galore and lights and LEDs and different things that you need to have like a camera on you, you start to get migraines. So these are blue light blocking. But Smitty, what do I think of Najee? I think he's great in round 4. I think he's less great but still good in round 3, and I wouldn't touch him in round 2. So his my confidence level migrates with the rounds and changes based on the rounds. Super chat here. Oh, Carrot Tops, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate that, Carrot Tops. Gibson or B-Rob, Jared. Hey, Travis wants to know, Jared, who's the running back preferred by the Washington Commander fans, B-Rob or Gibson? What's it feel like on the ground floor, bro? Yeah, I've been streaming a long time in golf. That's why, and people say, Smitty, don't let him get to you. Don't worry about me. Nobody needs to worry about me. You don't need to say, Smitty, don't let him get to you. This is par for the course. This is part of what the show's about. But we only get trolls in here once in a while, especially late night. And, when you've had a long stream, and it's no excuse to to not. It's not about handling. It's about just shorter temperament for people that want to mess around in the live stream. That's all it is. It's nothing. It's nothing personal. I don't care. I leave the live stream. I'm not angry. I'm not mad at all now. This is my resting face. I'm always screaming and yelling. I need a running back. You know who I like here? McBride.
Yeah.
Like McBride could get in there. Got a fumbling problem. Jared says he just got home from the bar. He's slightly hammered. Give us your hammered take. He did. Travis, he said he doesn't know what he's writing here. At the helm, Gibson. At the helm, I think he means at the moment, Gibson. So I think he likes Gibson.
They've been back and forth, for real.
I think the Avengers Endgame release year was the last time my MT did anything. That could be true. I think we had a different president. We had a president that was just entering office, not this president. Like, that's how long it's been. My team, my last pick, I think I'll go wide receiver. I've got 3 quarterbacks. I got 3 tight ends, all of which have different bye weeks. I've got a really good running back room in JT, Gibbs, Walker, Charbonnet, McBride. And I could use maybe one more wide receiver. So let's go hunting for a solid wide receiver. It's got a whole lot of promise. And I'm going to start checking them off and getting them in my queue. Definitely digging deep here. Okay, I've got 2 that I like. They're very, very deep, and I don't care about reaching at this point. It's either Michael Wilson, the rookie running back in Arizona, or Charlie Jones, the rookie receiver in Cincinnati. And I'm going to go with the better offense in Charlie Jones and just toss him on the bench. And then we'll await the end of the draft where it shows every team, and we'll go through them real quickly. I like Gibson's ceiling, and I think he can get better, but it's hard to dislike Brian Robinson for being such a trooper, says Morgan. And I feel that. Gibson's always been an amazing talent, but he's got to hold on to the football. He's got to stay healthy, and he's got to get enough volume. And I just don't know, where I stand on him, to be honest. I go back and forth. So this team was very, very, very behind the ball on all positions non-QB because it started off with 2 monsters. And I don't mind this approach. It can be very, very fun to try. It just depends on, do you land your sleepers? If you land them, then boom, you're in the money. Okay. Does everybody see the stream again clearly? It froze for a minute. I just want to make sure it's clear. J.K. Swift, James Cook, very, very light running back room, but it's got potential. Like if both of these running backs smash, then yeah, I did realize it froze, but we're back. But both of these running backs smash, then bro, this could work out for you in a way that you need another wide receiver to smash though. Kyle Pitts and Dulcich, good tight end room. Everybody see the stream fine? I had to switch over to another internet. Sometimes if it goes down, that's why I have 2. JJ, Deontay, Elijah Moore, Alec Pierce, Van Jefferson. It's a very thin wide receiver room, very thin running back room. Obviously, the best quarterbacks in the entire draft in a top 6, tight end room. So, I mean, you did really good. You did really good considering, but I don't know if it's a top 5 team, to be honest. BK's got Dak, Brock, Trey. Not the best quarterback room, but not bad. I mean, it could be middle of the pack. You don't know. Derrick Henry, Miles Sanders, Dalvin Cook, Jerick McKinnon, Clyde. Okay. Chase, Devontae Smith, Tyler Lockett, Michael Thomas. Very thin wide receiver room. Hawkinson and Higbee, very decent tight end room. I don't know that it's top 5, but it's certainly not the bottom of the draft or anything. A few things could happen. Now, Larry's drafting off the Fantasy Football Show rankings right here because this team is an all-Smitty team. Trevor Lawrence, Bijan, Breece Hall, Isaiah Pacheco, Deuce Vaughn, Christian Watson, Drake London, George Pickens, Zay Jones, Dawson Knox, Jelani Woods, and Hayden Hurst. The tight end room's decent. Not great, but decent. Wide receiver room's really good. Bijan, Hall, Pacheco, Vaughn, very good. And Trevor Lawrence, Kirk, Cousins, and Stroud's very good. So it's a top 6 team, I would say. Blind Larry, good job, pal. RJ, Justin Fields, Bryce Young, Sam Howell, McCaffrey, Pollard, Javonte, A-Chain, Jalen Warren, Higgins, Allen, Mike Evans, Tyler Boyd. It's a good team. I'm just not super fond of the wide receivers after T. Higgins. I love the running back room, love the quarterback room, love the tight end room, and then so just having maybe a wide receiver room that needs to try and I don't know. I would say it's not bottom 3 or 4, but it's maybe middle of the pack. But a lot of things could happen for it to make it a top 5 team. Tua, Geno, not huge with that. I mean, especially having 2 quarterbacks, one of them could go down, and that's Tua. Like literally in week 1, literally in the preseason, he could go down. So I'm not feeling like this quarterback room's gonna make it. I don't think it's gonna make it. Jacobs, Connor, Antonio Gibson. Not fond of this running back room at all. Tyreek Hill, Waddle. I guess Tua, Waddle, and Tyreek could be smart at first, but if you would have got Mike White, then it would make sense. I don't know why this team didn't get Mike White. So not a fan of what's going to probably ultimately happen to it, but there's some good components. Mahomes and Anthony Richardson, Madison, White, Rashad Penny, Jamal Williams, Tyler Algier. Not feeling that running back room. Hopkins, Kirk, Godwin, Rashee Rice, Kelsey. I mean, Mahomes and Kelsey's awesome, but just I don't even know who the 4th drafted player was looking at this team. I know that I know Kelsey was round 1. I know Mahomes was round 2. I don't even know who your 3rd pick was. Was it Andrews? I didn't even look at who his backup tight end was yet. I don't know about that. Hopkins. I mean, it's interesting, but I mean, I don't know. I think when you go Kelsey, you don't need to go. I guess you're definitely going to outscore everybody at tight end production because they're both going to score 30. You're going to have a rotation of 30, a game. It's nice. It's an interesting take. If you have Madison explode and Rashad White explode, Jamal Williams somehow does what he did, it's decent. It's decent. I wouldn't be my favorite approach, but could I see it like catching fire? If Madison was a top 6 to 10 running back, yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's definitely unique. Kyler, Matthew Stafford. I mean, this is already out the door. I mean, you draft Kyler Murray who may not play, and you got one quarterback who's got major problems, and that's done. Dunzo. My team. Aaron Rodgers, Daniel Jones, Derek Carr. Daddy Dennis just became a member. Daddy Dennis, appreciate you becoming a YouTube exclusive member. Oh, he did so because TMT just dropped 5 gifted memberships is what TMT just did. Appreciate that, TMT. You are the man, the myth, the legend. What a dude. What a dude. What a dude. Thank you, TMT. What a man. Mookie got 1, PT Cruiser got 1, Harry got 1, Dennis got 1, Daddy Dennis got 1. Okay. Travis. TMT to the moon. There you go, Harry. You got 1, Harry. Harry got 1.
To the moon.
Harry was saying he never got 1. There you go, Harry. Harry in the building. Golf, appreciate you. What's this say from Morgan? Morgan said, I like Gibson's ceiling value. Did I miss a super chat? Let me look. Garrett clipping that D. Adams shouldn't go around 2. Come on. Thank you, Garrett, for the super chat. Garrett, you still here? Garrett is the leading super chatter of the year with a 600 gorilla eggplant emoji 600. What a man. What a man, this Garrett. And he's clipping my Devontae Adams take, which I love. Clip it all you want, Garrett. I appreciate you, by the way. See, Garrett and I disagree, but there's no negativity, hostility. It's just positive negativity. There's positive negativity flowing through these veins for Garrett, and the same for Garrett for me. That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. Jacob dropping a $5 hauler says, Kelsey, Patty, Brees, and Drake London for my first 4. Should I go Sanders, JSN, or Pierce with my 5th pick? Of those, I don't know. Is there another player? Is there Kenneth Walker? Is there somebody else? I wish I had more information. Of those, I would say probably, I guess I would go Sanders or, I don't know. They're all 3 very, very close. Chat, what do you think? Drop it for Jacob. Quick. He's probably on the clock. Hurry. Help him. Love the show. Everyone will have a different take. Absolutely, Garrett. That's why we appreciate each other. Garrett to the moon. Can we help? Come on. Drop it. I guess if I had to pick, I would say you've already got London. You've already got, you probably need a wide receiver. I guess I'd go JSN, but I wish there was different options you could give me. Okay, so here's my team real quickly. Aaron Rodgers, Daniel Jones, Derek Carr, Jonathan Taylor, Jahmyr Gibbs, Kenneth Walker, Zach Charbonnet, Dwayne McBride, Diggs, Kadarius Toney, Jahan Dotson, Sky Moore, Jalen Hyatt, Curtis Samuel, Charlie Jones. Really, really liking that. And then Waller, Okonkwo, and Gesicki. Feeling pretty solid. I would say top 6. I wouldn't put it number 1. I think right now I like Blind Larry's team. I mean, this practically, I look like I'm looking at my own team. The way Blind Larry constructed that, I like it. But I think it's a top 6 team, my squad. But is it my favorite I've drafted? No. Not my absolute favorite. Marsman, rock out, hang tight. Actually, what do you got, Marsman? Did you let's hear your starting lineup. I don't need the whole team.
All right, let's start lineup. Starting QB is Kirk Cousins, then Bijan, Damian Pierce, Swift, Brian Robinson, and then wide receiver Olave, Watson, Pickens, and Evans. And then tight end Dochitz.
Nice, man. Nice job. 143 watching, only 53 likes. Pump those numbers up, says Travis Rowe. That's true. We got 141 in here and only 61 thumbs up now. If we could pump those numbers up, I'd really, really appreciate it. It helps the channel big time. Scooby has Lamar and Herbert. Nice little stack. Scooby wants to be top 5 in quarterback scoring every single week, and he just might be. Nick Chubb, Najee, Damian Harris, Kendre Miller, Jeff Wilson. I like it. It's a good room. Let's see what his wide receivers look like. A.J. Brown, D.J. Moore, Quentin Johnson, Bateman. I mean, it gets a little thin, and you don't really know what Quentin Johnson is going to do. That wide receiver 3 and the flex can't be a wide receiver. It's a little thin. Freiermuth, Komet, very good tight end room. I like it. You know, you're going to have potential weakness because of that Herbert pick, and that weakness is your wide receiver room, and maybe your wide receivers, you land them. If you land them, then you're in the game. If you don't, that would be your downfall. Deshaun and Goff, I like it. It's formidable. Brian Robinson, Samaji, Roshan. Oh, you had an amazing wide receiver room. I remember you went 3 straight wide receivers. You went Lamb, St. Brown, DK, Debo. And you have by far the best wide receivers in the draft, I think, including when you use your flex as a wide receiver. So 4 straight wide receivers. Your tight ends are Njoku and Everett. Those aren't bad at all. The problem is the running backs are bad. Like I think here's what I would say, Stark. Don't do this approach in our draft because you're going to get sniped. If you were to deploy this approach, do not employ crazy, weird approaches like this where you need guys to fall in our drafts because it's Snipe City. Had you deployed this in another draft, you would have got Kamara, you would have got Swift, you would have got Kadarius Toney, you would have had, Pacheco, Swift, Charbonnet. You would have had like 3 or 4 of those guys to go with this, and then I would have loved your team. So make sure you deploy Stark this approach outside of our community. It just doesn't work well when everybody's sniping everybody. This is the 11th spot. Tornado has Burrow, Love, Ritter. Burrow loves Ritter. That's a good trio. ETN, Kamara, Bigsby. You got Bigsby and ETN. That's good. I would have liked to see you get Kendra Miller. Not bad running stable, but there's some concern there with, obviously, you want Kamara as like your flex or running back 3 versus, or have a bunch of Kamaras like Pacheco, Kamara, Charbonnet, and then you like have a trio of who's going to be the running back 2. Whereas this one's a little shaky at running back 2, but you do have Burrow, Love, and Ritter. That's very good. Your wide receivers make up for it, I think, because you got Garrett Wilson, Olave, JSN, Flowers, Jamison Williams, great pick. Kittle and Kincaid, fantastic tight end room. Definitely top 6-ish if I'm running out of spots. I'm sorry. And then I'm sorry. Is this Sailor at the 12 pick? Russell Wilson, Pickett, Mack, Levis. Don't like the quarterback room comparatively to other ones, even if you have a lot of them. Eckler, Damian Pierce, Akers, Monty, Dillon. Very formidable RB room. Adams, Calvin Ridley, Cooper, Hollywood, Juju, Josh Downs. Decent wide receivers for sure. I mean, even though I don't like Adams anywhere near like mid-second round, I can understand the turn of 2-3. But look, you've got formidable wide receivers, more than formidable. This is a very good wide receiver room. And then Schultz, Laporta, Mayer, interesting tight end room. I like the team. I don't know that it has the juice to get into the top 2 to advance, but I think that if a couple things happen, like Russell Wilson explodes and bounces back, Eckler doesn't miss a beat, Pierce becomes the guy we all think he could become and stay all year, and then Adams proves me wrong, then your team's top 6 and you're in the mix for sure. So you need a couple things to happen, all doable things for sure. That's my take on the room. I'm not going to do another draft tonight, but you guys are more than welcome to jump into another one. And I might in a little bit. You might see me in there drafting away. But the link's in the live stream chat. So click on that chat link that's pinned. And it's also in the description of every video. Let's take some phone calls and talk about some RBs, wide receivers, whatever you guys want to talk about. The 2 players that are in the news. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. You would probably like Discord more than some social apps these days. It's modern. Discussion boards from the Windows days. Well, I have Discord, and it's at thefantasyfootballshow.com, so make sure you guys join it. Facebook is kind of trash. Yeah, I don't really post anything on Facebook. I'm on Discord. I'm on Instagram, mostly Instagram than anything else, and obviously YouTube. YouTube is the most, where you see me the most, but I'm on Instagram a ton. Smitty timed out and still a fire team. I only timed out one place, Landon. Oh, you're talking about your team. I got you. Do share. DW. Appreciate you. All right, dial into the phone line, guys. Here's the phone number if anybody wants to call in. Rock out. What else you got?
Who do you think is going to be the Bears starter to start out the year?
What do I think? Say it again.
Who do you think is going to be the starting running back for the Bears to start out?
Yeah, I mean, I want it to be Roshan, but I don't think he climbs into the job until a little bit later, and I don't even know what's been said. Let's pull up some Roshan news and just see what has been said lately about him. He just signed his deal on May 22nd, so he hasn't had a lot of time to really impress or do anything. So I don't think we're going to see much early on him. I think Khalil Herbert could shock some people and kind of take the lead of a committee because he's proven. You know, he's a proven guy when on the field. I believe Khalil Herbert, if I remember correctly, is the #1 running back in the National Football League in yards per carry from last year. And he toted the rock 129 times. He had 731 rushing yards, 5.7 yards a pop. That is the number one running back in the National Football League and yards per carry. I wouldn't be shocked if this became like a satellite man, just, for good measure, not because I feel like the momentum's there for him, but if the momentum does become him and Roschon cuffed together, and I'm not saying Foreman can't be a thorn in the side of that combo, but if you cuff Khalil and Roschon together at a very, very, very cheap value, that could be like a hero running back combo that you throw into the mix for the running back 2 spot on your team. Because, this is pretty decent, man. 731 yards. I bet you the average person that didn't own him, if you said how many yards did Khalil Herbert have in 2022, I bet you most people would be off by several hundred yards. I don't think many people on the top of their head, unless they watch Chicago games, own Khalil Herbert. I think you ask any average person that didn't have anything to do with Khalil Herbert last year, how many yards he ran for. They'd probably say 300, 200, 400, 731 yards, 129 rushes. That is a big sample to look at. And he was the number one, I believe, the number one running back in the National Football League with 5.7. That's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Tay's misusing the LOL. You can't use an LOL with this statement. It doesn't go together. Olave isn't even a wide receiver 1 LOL. MT Masterclass season incoming. That's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. I don't know where you're standing. What college that's at. It looks like a college jacket. I feel like he's maybe representing some sort of school, bro. But I don't know if this is like, I don't know if you're in the wrong. Maybe you bumped your head and you think it's 4 or 5 years ago. But MT's not even going to play half a season. If he's lucky, he'll be ready for week 1. And I don't think MT's going to be ready for week 1. I don't know, bro. I don't know what you're looking. I don't know what you're looking at. Masterclass is going to be Olave. That's what's going to happen, bro. That's just crazy, man. That's crazy. Jarrett, not fantasy football material on the line is what I have on the phone. The phone system. Jarrett, not fantasy football. That's what I put. This is our Washington Commander insider on the ground. Doesn't play fantasy football. He just is here for the occasional Washington Commander whispers is what he's here for. Jared, what's up? You're live.
Not much. Just sitting on the shitter taking a piss.
You sit to take a leak? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Are you there?
Do you sit the other way, like facing? Go ahead. Let's not talk about that. Jared, what else you got? What do you have?
Nothing.
Uh-huh.
No.
Just thought you thought of me at this moment in your life.
All the waste your time as usual.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Go Commanders. Eric Bieniemy's taking control of the offense.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of control over there on that side of the region. Sit down to take a leak. I bet you face the other way, like when you're a kid and you hold on to the bowl. Hey, so you guys are liking Gibson more than you're liking Brian Robinson. Is that correct? Am I hearing you correct?
Well, just the offense that Eric Bieniemy runs.
Well, does he run it or does he watch Andy Reid run it? That's my only concern, though. I will say is that we don't know if Bieniemy.
No. Andy Reid, the Chiefs are has-beens. That's in the past. We're in the future right now, and right now Eric Bieniemy has a hold of the offense.
I hope so.
He's taking command. I mean, I haven't seen any reports of either Robinson or Gibson being the the cowbell. I don't.
Probably got me at speaker.
The lead dog. I haven't seen any reports on either, but I would have to think Antonio Gibson is the lead dog at this point with the kind of offense that Eric Bieniemy runs.
Okay. Hey, I will say this. I love Howell. You hear me talk positively about Jahan Dotson, Sam Howell. You know I'm on board for this. I may be standing up, but we see eye to eye when it comes to the Washington Commander potential outlook. But I would say this. I would say that the concern I have, if there's a concern at all, would be that Bieniemy, while he was getting Andy Reid's coffee, he didn't take enough notes, and he doesn't know completely how to deploy a system by himself. But I want to say that maybe we just don't know the whole story, and this guy was a lot more responsible for play design and potential play suggestion that Andy Reid took into account a lot. And this old man knows what he's doing, and I'm really hopeful that it rubs off on Bieniemy and he's able to deploy it. I just don't know. I'm not super confident in it. I have no information that makes me feel ultra confident that the Bieniemy 100% knows what he's doing.
Well, we're coming from Scott Turner, okay? We're coming from Scott Turner, who is not good at situational football. Scott Turner is not good at situational football, and Eric Bieniemy is better at as we go, play as we go.
Harry, hold on, let me get these super chats out of the way. Harry, with the 100 peso droppage, appreciate you, Harry. And Harry says, Harry. He's, his name's repeated. There's no message, but we appreciate Harry. Oh, here's another one. Harry's super chat is as follows. Watching in Mexico, appreciate it. I live here. You're international. Prepping for my 10th spot in a 12-team PPR. Thanks, Smitty, to the moon. Appreciate Harry dropping the pesos, representing Mexico for the stream. We are international, people. We are international. Garrett, appreciate your super chat earlier. Jacob, Garrett again. Appreciate all the super chats. Hot takes here. Oh, Garrett, I'm sorry. This hot take. Garrett, you still here? Garrett says hot take. Adam will still be a top 10 wide receiver. I think it could be a hot take. Travis, appreciate you. I don't see another question from you. Just a $2 hauler, Travis. So please let me know. Let me see if you got a message somewhere. Maybe Travis dropped it and then dropped the other question. Here it is. Smitty, did you hear that Tua has been doing jiu-jitsu so that he knows how to protect his head when he falls? LOL. No more concussions. Yeah, I talk about this a lot, and I not laugh about it. That's a bad way to put it. I laugh about how that's not going to help. Like, that's a ridiculous. Like, what's his head? This is not about like can he take a fall properly? Like maybe so his head won't hit the ground. Like that's good, I guess. It certainly couldn't, I guess, hurt. But some of these hits that he's going to take, he's going to have no control over. And a lot of the time, he's throwing a football. It's going to be different than trying to practice that on a mat. And honestly, I'd be more afraid of him hitting his head during one of these training sessions and getting concussed than him going out there and doing jiu-jitsu to try and maybe prevent it. It's not, and he's also got a whole lot more weight. He's carrying about what looks like 20 lbs, and that's going to cause him to hit the ground harder at a more rapid pace with more force. And it's going to be harder for him to keep his head from tapping the ground. Not to mention jiu-jitsu on a mat. You got a helmet on, and that helmet's going to hit the ground. He's not prepared for that thickness that also, like when you go down as a player, it's hard to keep your head off the ground for your helmet from hitting it because of the thickness of the helmet. Like it's literally your back hits the ground, your head's hitting the ground. Like he's going to try to like hold his neck up like this when he goes to the ground so his head doesn't hit the ground. He's still going to get jolted. Like some of the jolting is causing his concussions, not just the helmet to helmet or the head hitting the ground and whiplashing. He literally gets a love tap and he's going to be concussed, and it's a shame. And it's the NFL, and it's the Miami Dolphins, and specifically, as much as I like Mike McDaniel's fault, because every single one of you, including me, saw his fingers lock up when he was on the ground going through some sort of seizure-like state. We knew it. We knew it. We all knew it. Everybody knew it. Who here on the line? Marsman Rockout, Adam, and Marsman Purdue. Oh, I'm sorry, Purdue, you're on the phone. You're a Marsman, and I did not vault you to the front of the line. Real quickly, let me finish this thought, and then it's your floor. Who in their right mind, who on this phone call didn't think he was concussed when his arms locked up like this? Anybody on the phone line think that was normal?
No, he got concussed against the Bills, though.
So it's like, don't tell me that you didn't think, if you're Miami Mike McDaniel, going to a podium saying, feeling bad, feeling horrible, saying, I feel like, that's not who I am. Like, I would never have sent him out there if I thought he was concussed. Bunch of horse crap. You're either incompetent about this topic, not about football, not about your scheme, but about what's going on the field. Maybe you weren't paying attention. You're either incompetent or you're lying, because Tua was 100% in some serious trouble on that field, stumbled to get up, arms completely locked, in a total frozen state, and you're going to send him back out on the field. So Travis, the thing is, I don't think he's going to stay upright, unfortunately. It doesn't mean I'm not pulling for him. It doesn't mean I don't appreciate him. I love Tua, and I wish him well, and I'll be rooting for him. I am not going to be one of those people wishing that he goes down just because I like Mike White, or just because I've said that he's going to go down. I will be rooting that I am wrong. I will be rooting that I'm wrong. Let's go to Marsman Purdue, and if everybody else could mute, I thought I heard a toilet flush. It's probably Jared. But let's go to Marsman Purdue. Marsman Purdue, I'm so sorry to put my Marsman on hold. I didn't even realize when I accepted and put you on hold. You jumped to the straight of the front of the line, pal. What can I do for you?
No worries, Smitty. No worries.
God,
Having fun, just hanging out. Just speaking about Tua, I got him in Dynasty, so I'm hoping the best for him. He looks like he's gained a ton of weight, though. I don't know how that's going to factor in with conditioning and stuff. But actually, reason I was just calling, I just wanted to run by one of the underdog drafts by you real quick just to get your thoughts.
Yeah, hit me with it.
So quickly, quarterbacks, Mahomes, Herbert, Young, and Pickett. Running backs, Hall, Walker, Swift, Charbonnet, and Bigsby. And tight ends, Kelsey, Kincaid, and Knox. And then I was going with best player available kind of strategy, and so I wasn't forcing wide receiver, so I'm pretty thin at wide receiver, but I got Tony, Lazard, Gallup, Tank Dell, Allen Robinson, and Josh Palmer. So just curious what your thoughts are on that.
The wide receivers, they could do you in, but I really like Kelsey. I really like God, I'm sweating like a pig in here. I tried, sometimes I gotta wear a headband to absorb the sweat when you get in a box. You got all this machinery on. I'm just sweating like crazy. Tony, Lazard, Gallup is rough. Who was the other wide receiver?
Tank Dell, Allen Robinson, and who else was that? Josh Palmer.
It sucks because the tight end room is amazing. The quarterback room is awesome. Hall, Walker, Swift is fantastic. Did you say you had Charbonnet?
Yeah, I got Charbonnet as well, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would say, looking back in hindsight, your mistake is just going, Mahomes could be so good that I don't even know how many times Herbert's going to outscore him to where it's going to assist you like you think. I almost feel like I would have taken Herbert or Swift out of this equation and beefed up the wide receivers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Herbert, he was the third pick of the fifth round. So I was trying to play some keep away too, because some of these guys were dropping so far that I was like, I can't let these guys go by any further. Like, it just felt hard to do that.
Yeah. I would retry this because I like the approach. I would retry this because I think you got a steal in Kelsey, Mahomes, and still got Hall and Walker, bro. That's insane. You got Tony. If you could have just used the Swift and Herbert, kept Charbonnet, Swift and Herbert spots to beef up the wide receivers and got like a London somehow, or a London and Dotson with Tony, then bro, all of a sudden I'm looking at this team and I'm saying you might have drafted a winner. Like at least a fighting chance to be a winning team. If you just would have got London and Dotson instead of Swift and Herbert. Not saying those guys were exactly available, but that could have been a winning team. So you have the right formula, just massage it around a little bit.
I'd have to look back to for sure. I like Pacheco. I almost had Pacheco to like go with the full Chiefs kind of sweep there. Definitely got sniped a few times, like right before my pick. Just so yeah, but good advice. I'll look back on the draft board and see maybe where I could have gone. A couple other moves differently.
All right, hang tight real quickly on the line here. Let's go to Adam. Very blessed indeed. What's up, Adam?
Hey, what's up, Smitty? I sent you. I just did a puppy right before you went live, and I tried a different approach because of how you always say, take the best player available. And I was able to get Bijan and Jonathan Taylor together to start it off.
You there? Hello?
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Sorry about that, Smitty. My wife came out. I was trying to mute it before she came out here. Just a second.
She's like, "Come on."
Anyway, I sent you. I think I sent it to you over on Instagram. You can just look at it. I'm gonna mute real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. He's in trouble. All right, guys, you talked me into it. One more puppy. I'm not gonna stay the entire time, okay? But we'll get into one more puppy draft. Let's do it live. I'm not staying the entire time. I'm backing out to the drafts. We're clicking on the puppy 2. It's $5 per entry. There's probably about a 10-second delay. So I'm going to hit the button. Maybe rock out. You wait 5 seconds. I'm hitting it now. Maybe wait 5 seconds. And then click it. And my guess is you're going to get in. Okay, go. Or actually, rock out. You're on the line. I'm sorry. You're hearing me live. I thought you were offline. So I was telling you like you were in the stream. I don't know if you got in rock out. That was a close one because there's only 4 spots when that ended up firing off. So I'm sorry if you didn't get in that one, rock out.
What number are you, Smitty?
I am. God, I always get the end. What am I? I'm 12. I hate 12.
I thought you had you.
I hate 12.
You hate 12.
Let's see here. Why can't I find this draft now? On the clock. 12 picks away. Let me go find it. Poodle, 11 picks away. I think this is it. I'm not sure. No, this isn't it. Okay, on the clock.
Yeah, just missed it though.
Puppy 2, 10 picks away. Okay, I think I got it. Here we go. All right, let me pop this draft open to full screen mode, and we will expand it. I hate the 12 pick. I can't stand the 12 pick. But we're doing it live.
Who are you going with if you were 8?
It just depends who's there, bro. I mean, like right here on the clock, number 6. I'm going Bijan at any of these picks right here, and if Bijan goes, Tyreek Hill's gone. I don't know. It gets. I mean, like I took Diggs at 7-8 last time. You could definitely go a number of different ways. Let's see what happens later. Joanna, appreciate you. Terry, Appreciate you. The Ryan got in the wrong one, but we drafting. That's fine. Harry says he can't play. Harry says he can't play for Mexico. D Philly, I see D Philly in here. D Philly finally got in. You're at the 7. You got Bijan. Okay, Thrive Kid.
Yeah.
Rage, Bear Man, Spinosaurus is in the building. I'm in the 12 spot. We're doing it live. Diggs, Rage is up, then Bear Man, then Spinosaurus. I hate the 12 pick.
Hey, Smitty, I'm back.
Maybe it'll work out all right though with this group. Like the reaching might actually cater to this pick a little better than. Yeah. Who said Smitty? Hello.
It's me, Adam.
Adam, what's up?
Were you able to look at the line I said on IG?
No. I can't. If you could read it off to me what you're saying, because I got my phone in here, and just tell me what the question is.
Problem. Okay, so my quarterback's is standard. You know I'm really high on Richardson, and I think he's going to be a top 10, so I've been drafting him like that. Normally I try to have a backup, but the way this worked out just didn't work. So I got Richardson, Stroud, and Ritter. Then I got Bijan, JT, Gibbs, Walker, Charbonnet. Then I got London.
Hey, say it again. Say it again. You got Richardson, Stroud, Ritter, and then who are the running backs?
Bijan, JT,
okay,
Gibbs, Walker, Charbonnet.
Gibbs, Walker, Charbonnet. Love it. Bijan, Gibbs, Walker, Charbonnet. Fantastic. Richardson, got it. Okay.
Yeah, and Jonathan Taylor. Okay. Drake London, Dotson, Will.
Fantastic team.
Alex Pierce. And I got Dell, Shakir, and then I end up getting Justin Ross.
Yeah.
Just
don't mind
in case. I heard he's doing well, and it was the last pick. So then I got Kincaid, Laporta, and McBride for my tight end.
Attaboy. I like the team, bro. Very, very good job. Very good job.
I've been trying to get Robinson and JT together because I've noticed that there's a chance to do it sometimes if JT will fall.
Yeah.
But you got to get Bijan to fall and JT to fall. Like you got to kind of get Bijan around that 7-8 mark to have a shot at it.
Mm-hmm. The more I look at this 12 pick, I don't mind it. I really like the wide receiver duo that I got here. Feels pretty good. I almost went JT or Barkley. I almost went JT or Barkley, but I don't know. I did JT the last draft. I did Barkley the other draft. If anybody wants to do this sort of thing right now, all you got to do is click that link that's pinned in the live chat and just jump in and drafts we're not in. You don't need to be in our draft. And sometimes it's fun to be in a draft a little bit behind this draft because then you can see what's happening and kind of like hear the commentary. You see the chat where people are like, good pick, and you start feeling the vibes of a player, and you're like, that my pick's coming, and that player's there. And it's a fantastic way to do it. So the link is in the live chat. Underdog will match up to $100 on your first deposit. So choose your first deposit carefully because if you pick 10, they'll match 10. If you pick 100, they'll match 100 if you're new. So you don't want to be selecting $10 when you can get more doubled. They'll double up to $100. So pick your first deposit carefully so you get that doubleage. I don't know how. I don't think I'm going to go through the entire. I'll probably go through like 5 or 6 rounds and then start wrapping up the phone calls and such. Marsman Wayne is on the phone. Marsman, did I already talk to you, Wayne? Hello.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. Wayne to the front of the line. I'm sorry, Wayne. I just saw you there. What's up, pal?
I just wanted to go over that team I kind of wrapped up the last show with. So I ended up with T-Law, Aaron Rodgers, that quarterback.
T-Law, Aaron Rodgers, okay.
And a running back, Bijan, Breece Hall.
Nice.
Dobbins, Madison, Jerome Ford. And then a receiver, we got Wilson, DeAndre Hopkins, Dotson, Juju, Guy Moore, Reed, Hodgins, Hardman.
Sweet team, bro.
And the tight end, we're kind of a little light at tight end, but we got Komet, Laporta, and Musgrave.
Yeah. Thomas says Smitty is about to say, why do you don't like the 12 pick? I do like the 12 pick. I guess I don't like the reason I said that is there are certain picks when we draft together that the sniping gets out of control. And I think it's more so the middle round picks, to be honest. I think you fall in a bad place in the middle round when you're in Snipe City. And again, it works a lot of people up when you start reaching and doing things, but like everyone kind of reaches to the point where it just gets out of hand. And I wish it wouldn't go that way, but you could also be smart about it and draft against the grain and pick some guys that maybe normally fall and just try and, work over the direction and go against traffic. That's a good team, Wayne. Who's your quarterback again? In that?
Yeah, I got that. I got that at 11, so it's possible where you're at 12.
Well, but again, remember what I just said. It's when we're drafting together. I don't like the 12 pick. I love the 12 pick.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to clarify that I like it outside of our community. I like all the picks outside of our community, but there's certain middle round picks, and I'm starting to think that 12 is good for our community actually. But the middle round picks are so hard when everybody's sniping everybody, because you end up like sitting there, like especially where D Philly is right now, D Philly, Thrive Kid, and Rage, where it's like, I don't know, you don't know what to do, because it's just, it dries up in a weird way, the way that people snipe. But there hasn't been a lot of reaches in this particular draft, so I think this is going to be our most normal draft, to be honest. It feels pretty normal. I could care less about draft position. I take what people I want, says Jonathan.
Me, I'm heading to bed. You have a good night.
Hey, Adam, I appreciate you, man. Hope you're not in big trouble.
No, I'm good.
All right, later.
Have a good one.
Marsman, Wayne, anything else, bro? Hopkins, do you guys like Hopkins in the third round, or is he more of like a lock in round 4? You love him in round 4. 4 is a smash. Everything.
4.
Yeah, I'm feeling like
I got him in round 4 on this draft.
I feel like Debo and Hopkins are absolute smashes. I knew Gibbs was going to get taken right before my pick. I just knew it. But that's okay, because I really like ETN here. I'm going to go... Man, do I go ETN and Najee? Or do I go... I'm going to take ETN now. Or do I go Burrow here?
Probably Burrow.
Or I could go Walker here too, I guess. But I'll probably...
They're all good.
I'll probably roll...
I'll probably walk for Najee.
Probably gonna roll Burrow and just feel really good about having what I consider to be like I've kind of reached a little bit on St. Brown. I feel, and I feel like Garrett's placed perfectly. I know some people have a problem with him in the first round, but those people just haven't been watching, drafting and I think embedded in it like we are, where we're accepting of it, and we fully know Garrett Wilson's top 5 wide receiver material, and that puts him right at 10 overall. So St. Brown's a little bit of a reach for me. ETN's a value because he's a mid-third rounder, and I'm getting him at the tail end. And then I get Joe Burrow, who I think wins leagues. So that's a good team, bro. Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra, ETN, and Burrow. It's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I do agree with you. I do think the middle, like 5, 6, 7 pick, I'm not really a fan of it.
It's tough. Is that D Philly? Yeah,
It's
so
tough.
you're on the clock right now, and Calvin Ridley was a little bit of but you didn't know what to do with that pick. You're like, it's tough. Debo and Hopkins I love in round 4, and they're not horrible late third round, but they're they're harder to accept in the third round at all. I would have loved Jahmyr Gibbs if I would have got Gibbs and Burrow, I would have been very happy, but I still am pretty happy with ETN. Christian Watson. Okay, so I really like some of the picks here, and some of the picks I don't. I love the Drake London pick, actually, D. Philly, I think he did a good job there. I like Ridley. I think Ridley could definitely, he just feels like a home run fourth rounder, kind of like Debo. Debo, Hopkins, and Ridley feel like 4.1, 4.2, 4.3. And I know we're at semantics when we start talking about 3.10 and 4.2, or, I get it. But I'm just saying, in principle, I love them as a fourth drafted player. But sometimes you got to reach a little bit. And, I don't mind that Ridley pick. And then you came back and took a very safe Drake London. Or Christian Watson would have worked. I really like what you got going there at the 7th spot. Travis Kelce, Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs, Christian Watson. I don't love Josh Jacobs, but I can at least objectively say that third-round value package isn't a lot of risk. It does. But I just think he's going to hit 8-man front after 8-man front, and I ultimately think he gets hurt, which is something someone can't talk me out of thinking is going to happen. That's just the way I look at it. And you could say, oh, he's going to do well. He'll figure it out. They'll run a lot. They'll dump off a lot. Jimmy will dump off to him. But Jimmy, I don't think Jimmy will be hard-pressed to make the team. Because he's got to pass his physical or he gets released. And they don't owe him a thing. They don't owe him a thing. I'll drop a Garrett Wilson draft at the end of this, yeah.
Smitty, I had a draft earlier where Gibbs went 47th overall.
Who?
If you can believe that. Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, outside of our community, you can get away with a lot more.
Yeah, the guy with the second pick got him in the 4th round. It's crazy.
Man, I'm up in a chow right now. I can take, let me switch over to this screen right here. I'm up in a chow. What do you guys like here? This is what it looks like. Would you tell me when I'm on the clock, somebody? I got Chris Olave available. He's 3 players down. Patrick Mahomes, Nick Chubb, Pollard, Hurts, everybody below. My team so far is Bijan. I took him at the 6th pick. I'm thinking Olave here, but anybody think I should go Hurts? What do you guys think?
I like Olave.
Yeah. I like Hurts a lot, though. I think.
Yeah.
But because Burrow falls,
I've been flip-flopping sometimes with that.
I like Pollard, too, I'll be honest, but it's a little early for Pollard. Not too early, but I'm going to take Olave. I've been doing Olave a lot from the spot. I think it's fantastic. So Bijan, Olave, that's my start so far. And that's in a $50 chow. Can't wait to continue on that one. Okay. Puppy 2. What am I, 2 picks away? Okay, I'm back in time. Oh, boy. Sure feels a little bit thin out there, boys. Feeling a wee bit thin out there. We're in round 5, right? Doesn't it feel like it's just like thinned out, like someone removed an entire round of players, like they just took it like a tray and just took a 12 guys off the board? It just feels like we're missing players that are way always available when we're not drafting in our community here. Okay, so I've got Joe Burrow, I've got Travis Etienne, I've got St. Brown, Garrett Wilson. We're at the 5-6 turn.
Hey, you're almost set.
Yeah, I'm going to go. It's a little bit early. Not really. He's a second running back ranked. I'm going to go Swift. And I'm going to go Pacheco potentially here. He won't be back on the way back. I got 2 wide receivers in Garrett Wilson and Amon-Ra. I need one more, obviously, to start. It's between like Kittle and I'm going to go Pacheco. Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra, Travis Etienne, Joe Burrow, DeAndre Swift, Isaiah Pacheco. I don't mind it. Could have went JSN. I'm not really feeling JSN there. Could have went Kittle, but I don't know how Kittle's gonna. I don't know what's gonna go on with Kittle. I just feel like that running back or that quarterback room is just too chaotic right now. I don't mind it. It's not bad. Vamp says, just got back from a concert and the GOAT is still live. Leave a like on the video. Appreciate you, Vampy, dropping a $5 holler. Vamp to the moon. My man, Vamp. Vampy to the moon. All right, I'm going to wait till this next turn, and then I'm going to jump. So, Marsman, rock out. Any final words, bro?
So we think Zay Flowers gonna do? How is he gonna finish?
I don't know if you noticed, but I bumped him down. Here's the Moon Man.
The Moon Man, dropping loads in outer space.
I bumped him down to the Satellite Man list just because I want to make sure this list is not...
Space Moon says.
I don't want it to be overcrowded, and so he's...
Satellite Man.
A Satellite Man.
Space cadets in training.
And I'm going to probably revamp this entire list, to be honest. I feel like it doesn't hold a lot of like meaning right now. And I like Pacheco and the Cuff as a Satellite Man. I like Ridley. But I'm just kind of feeling like meh about the potential, like the heart of it. So, you know, I've got Flowers on here still. He's not like, I wouldn't say he's demoted. It's a harsh word. I would just say I couldn't keep him.
The Moon Man
on here.
Dropping loads in outer space.
I just wanted this to feel ultra powerful. And I just think, you know, Dell to me, as he's the deepest player we have on this list. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of big names and medium-sized names. There were no deep players like Dell. And so I really wanted to make a statement with this and put somebody on there like Dell. So I know a lot of people are saying they like somebody over Dell. I think Travis said he likes Flowers over Dell. And I don't blame you. And no one's drafting Dell over Flowers. You know, Dell's more of a, you know, at cost of entry, he's better in some minds, right? But I think I wanted to have somebody that was completely rags to riches. Even Sam Howell, I'm tempted to put on the list. And it's not about are there better players. It's about bang for the buck, you know? Just because Sam Howell's on there doesn't mean I have him in my top 5 quarterbacks, but it means that he can explode. We got 5 gifted memberships from TMT. 5 gifted memberships from the man known as TMT. Dynamite TMT. Unbelievable. I don't know the words. I'm blanking out. What do the words go? Rock out, you're a musician. How do the words go? TMT. Dynamite.
TNT. TNT, the almighty.
Can we get somebody? Can we get a lyricistician in here? Not a statistician, but a lyricistician. Somebody in here finish the words. You're gonna make me Google it. Let me Google it. TMT. Dynamite.
And then it's TNT, and I'll win the fight.
And I'll win that fight.
I'll win the fight.
I love how Rockout said it with such confidence. You know, I thought for sure, I bet my left arm that he was gonna come out, you know, heavy with the correct lyrics, and then it was just like. Looking at a screenshot of a draft from last August, Alan Herbert went 30-31. It's crazy, bro. When you look at old ADP, it's insane. It's insane. Old ADP is crazy. Is crazy. TMT. Dynamite. I'm almost up. What's my team look like? I've got, here's the squad. Here's the squad. Take a look at it. Take it in. Take it in. Joe Burrow, Travis Etienne, DeAndre Swift, Isaiah Pacheco, Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra. I like it. I like it. Not the best, not my best team, but I like it. I'm happy with it. You know, sometimes you don't always draft your favorite team every time. I went ahead and went Jameson and Kamara. I feel like that's a good one. I'm gonna leave it at that tonight because I'm gonna draft this as I wrap up here. But here's the look of the squad so far: Joe Burrow, Travis Etienne, DeAndre Swift, Isaiah Pacheco, Alvin Kamara, Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams. Going a little light wide receiver on this one, but I like it. JSN almost fell to me. I would have probably taken him. He went the pick right before me. We got some snipage going on with Spinosaurus. That would have been a fantastic wide receiver 3 to add. So that would have been good. I don't have hopes for Houston. Yeah, I get that. I don't know that they're not making the playoffs. This is kind of Houston's going to kind of be like a Detroit Lions from last year. You know, they're going to be impressive. They're not going to make the playoffs, but they're going to look good and show promise, and there's going to be somebody's going to stand out. Like Stroud's going to be feeding from behind, third and fourth quarter, a lot of gunslinging. So he's going to be feeding one of the wide receivers, and I feel like Tank Dell, his hand-picked player that he wanted specifically, and Houston went out and got Tank Dell because he wanted him. He said, "Go get me Tank Dell." They became best buddies during the combine, and absolutely ecstatic about Tank Dell's prospects, but I get it. It's not for everybody. I'm out of here. Appreciate you all. Rock out. We'll see you later, pal.
Okay, give you a snippet of my team real quick.
Yeah, give me the lineup, not the whole thing. Go.
Watson, QB, Bijan Robinson, Barkley Gibbs, McLaurin, and DJ Moore, Tony, and Jameson Williams.
Nice, bro. Nice, bro. I kind of like Jameson in the right place. Like where I got him, it felt a little high, but again, I'm at that back-to-back 12, 13 pick, and you just got to almost reach like 5 or 6 picks to get who you want because you're not seeing anybody come back. Like you got to go almost 20, 3 picks until it comes back to you. So I had to go a little early. Matt just became a member. Appreciate that. TMT, thank you again for dropping the super chats. Morgan, good luck with the rest of the draft, Smitty. Appreciate you, Morgan, dropping the super chat. You are the man, the myth, the legend. We call Morgan. It looks like we got another gifted membership here. Who did this? Who did this? Who's pulling a fast one right here? Let me pull up the live stream and pause this. Who's pulling a fast one right here? Of course, my stream's not loading. Hold on. Come on. Why is my live chat not loading? Somebody dropped YouTube exclusive memberships.
Yeah.
And, do you see who it is?
Matthew.
Matthew.
Oh, he became member. Hold on. I'm not sure who did it.
Thank you. John just became a member. Let me look up gifted 5. TMT gifted 5. Thank you, TMT. Can't thank you enough. Double A gifted 10. Double A gifted 10. That's probably who it was. Double A to the moon.
Yeah.
Double A, my man. This guy's been here from near the beginning. And then we had Bama. Oh my! When did Bama drop 20? Did I miss that? Bama, where are you? Bama, you still here? I hope Bama's still here. Bama, you still here? This is for Bama. Thank you, Double A. Thank you, Bama. You guys absolutely rock. Okay, rock out. Good job with your team. Appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow, pal.
All right.
Later. D Philly, final 10 seconds.
Hey, bro. First time I got in the draft tonight. I like it. It's a good time. Thanks for all the encouragement, and you have a great night, buddy.
D. Philly, good job. I like your draft, buddy.
All right,
let's
thank
look.
you.
Let me look at your team one more time. D. Philly is in the middle at the 7th spot. You got the 7th spot. Is that right?
Yeah.
So you have Bijan, Chris Olave, Calvin Ridley, Drake London, J.K. I like the J.K. pick. It's kind of crafty. Trevor Lawrence, great value. Darren Waller, great value. Zach Charbonnet, very good job there. Very, very good job there. Maybe a tad early, but in this draft, I understand it. But like you could probably get Charbonnet in the 9th, 10th round, just so you know, draft him smartly in the other drafts. I understand the logic here. Pat Freiermuth, very good squad. The number 1 spot, Jefferson, Derrick Henry, Patrick Mahomes, those wide receivers, okay, not bad. The 2 spots, Chase, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts. Chase, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, very, very cool looking team. Sanders, Terry, Scary Terry, I like it. Madison could be really good value there. McCaffrey from the 3 spot, T. Higgins, Stevenson, Judy. I don't like Judy that high. Christian Kirk, Kyle Pitts. I like some of the value you got, though. It's a good team. Tyreek Hill, Pollard, Andrews, Fields, very, very good. I don't like Mike Williams there, but, still, if that lands, you're going to be looking pretty there. Tyreek Hill, Pollard, okay. So Cooper Kupp, Saquon, Breece Hall, I like that. Don't like Cooper in the 4th round, but do you? Who cares what I like? Hold on, I'm on the clock here. I'm on the clock here at this turn pick. And I'm about to time out because I'm not paying attention. Just so you guys know, I queued Aaron Rodgers. I don't know that I'm going to pick him, but I just don't want to miss out. Yeah, I'm going to time out on Aaron Rodgers. I guess I'll take... I guess I'll go Sky Moore. Okay, back to the rankings here. Cooper Kupp, Saquon, Breece Hall, Mari Cooper, Hawkinson. Very good team. Very good team, Watson. I like it. The 6th spot, Travis Kelce, Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs, Christian Watson, Herbert. Very nice. Bijan, Olave. I got D. Phillies. D. Philly, your team is really, really good. Diggs, Josh Allen, Stack, DK Metcalf, and Walker, and Aaron Jones, and Kadarius Toney, and Jahan Dotson. That is what you call a Smitty team right there. Diggs, Allen, DK, Walker, Aaron Jones, Kadarius Toney, Dotson. Very, very good. Keenan Allen, Mixon, Tyler Lockett, Deontay. Javante's good value. Nice job, Rage. Bearman, CeeDee Lamb, Adams, Debo. Najee's a fantastic running back. 1, considering you went wide receiver. So really, really good job. Kittle, James Conner. Very good, very decent team, Bearman. Spinosaurus got A.J. Brown, Waddle, Jahmyr Gibbs, Lamar, Pierce, JSN, Dalvin Cook, Zay Flowers. Good team. And then my squad, which I already went over, Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra, Travis Etienne, Joe Burrow, DeAndre Swift, Pacheco, Kamara, Jameson, Aaron Rodgers, Sky Moore. All very good teams. I'm going to continue to draft offline. I'm out of here. D. Philly, appreciate you. Dial in tomorrow, D. Philly. Wayne, Solo, appreciate you. Any final words, Wayne? I'm sorry.
I just want to say, oh, no, you're fine. I just want to say thank you for the Tony video today. I think whenever you did that draft earlier, a bunch like me, Rock Out, a bunch of other guys got into a different one, and I think it was Slater. I think he's one of our guys. He ended up taking Tony at 51, and then he took Sky Moore at like 72. So I appreciate you putting that video out today.
Hey, man.
Those guys got reached on pretty hardcore in that draft.
Pena, appreciate you. Yeah, man. I'm glad to have you, and call in tomorrow.
Yes, sir. We'll catch you later.
All right, man. Later. Appreciate you.
Later.
All right, guys. I'm out of here. Appreciate every single one of you. This draft is going to go on offline. Bama, are you still here? Let me see if Bama. I'm here. Okay, good. Bama, appreciate you. I hope you're still here and you hear this, but appreciate you, Bama. I'm going to see if Bama's here. I'm going to wait until Bama. I know if Bama's here. I want to make sure Bama knows I appreciate him. What a beast. Bama dropping everything that Bama's dropped. Gifting memberships to D-Town got one. Oh no, Bama just said to the moon. D-Town's got one. D-Town's had one. What am I saying? D-Town just said Bama to the moon. Just giving props to Bama. It looks like Thomas got one. No Shot got one. Champ just became a member. Appreciate you for becoming a member. Eddie just became a member. Pachanko makes me want to draft Pacheco. We got more coming in. Somebody dropped something. Somebody dropped something. Let me go check it out. Let me go investigate. Vamp says, stay on longer, Smitty. Oh, $20 hauler. Look at this guy, Vampy. Look at this guy, Vampy. Who dropped the YouTube exclusive memberships right now? My system's acting a little funny, so I'm having trouble seeing things, but let me just see real quickly who dropped somebody just dropped a YouTube exclusive membership. Hold on. There we go. Now I refreshed everything. We got a 10 AA. We got Bama dropping another 20. And we got Vampy dropping a...
Alert. Super chat alert. Alert. Super chat alert.
That one goes out to Vampy and also my man Bama dropping the 20 and AA dropping the 10. That goes out to AA to the moon. Bama to the moon. Bama to the moon. Bama to the moon.
To the moon.
Vampy to the moon.
To the moon.
Okay. Let's get over to this real quick. Thank you guys. I finally got that loading so I could see it. What are we doing here? We're close to my pick. Let's queue up some of the fellas, okay? Let's get them all in the queue. Vampy's dropping that $20 hauler. I'll go one more snake around. How's that, Vampy? I remember the days when we could pay for extensions on the show. We might bring that back during the season, where someone dropped a $20 hauler, you get another 5 minutes on the show. It got so out of control at the end of the year, which is a blessing, you know, obviously, not a negative or anything, to where I had to stop that because it literally would be going 6 hours and my family would leave me. So we'll have to figure out if that can even work again. Appreciate you though. We might have to raise the ante though in order to do that, because we were getting those $5 and $10 haulers like clockwork right at the end, and it was like literally we go another 2 hours. But yeah, maybe we'll do extended time again. Smitty, you said Thomas was gifted. I don't see it. It was a different Thomas. Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to excite you there. My wide receiver room is not super deep. However, I feel like McKinnon's important for me with Pacheco. Zay's pretty important to me. I think he's a little Deebo Samuel. Little Deebo Samuel. Poor man's Deebo Samuel, if you will. And there we go. We'll go one more wrap around there, Vampy, for the $20 hauler. Vampy dropping another $20. Let's see, sound effects on. Vampy dropping another $5 hauler. Smitty, let me know when you're in social next. Oh, SoCal? I thought you said social. Let me know when you're SoCal next. I'll bring you into Disneyland again. Love you, Smitty, and love the community. I went to Disneyland, and this guy Vampy helped your boy out and hooked your boy up. This guy is amazing. This guy's amazing. This guy took me around Disneyland. Vampy. Just, the family was grateful. Couldn't be more appreciative to Vampy. Appreciate you. Sorry, sometimes I gotta zoom in. I can't always see what's on my screen. My monitor, believe it or not, is a little bit far back. Cole Komet. There's a name I haven't heard in a minute. Glenn Rice was so good. Glenn Rice. I haven't heard that name in a while. You're right. Glenn Rice. Oh my God. We could throw out names all day. I could say Lee Suggs and you'd be like, oh God. Or Quentin Griffin. Remember that guy? Denver Broncos. Smallest little guy. Fam's doing well. Thank you, Vampy. Appreciate you again. Vampy's the man. McKinnon, I like McKinnon. Smitty, if you ever come to San Diego, you can use my SeaWorld pass. Okay, thanks to Ryan. Does anybody have a library card for West Virginia? You should just have a Dropbox for Smitty in every state. Hey, Smitty, I got the petting zoo or the penguin exhibit tickets. Thanks to Ryan. Living legend, appreciate you. Heinz Ward, yeah, that was a guy. I like Heinz Ward. I get into debates with people, and I realize Jerry Rice is probably the best receiver to ever play. But, I feel like Randy Moss just gets discarded in this conversation, and people just say you can't put Randy Moss in the conversation, and that bothers me a little bit because I think Randy Moss, the best player available. Look at me going back to fantasy. The best player of all time at a position, I don't think has to always have the stats. You know what I mean? Like LeBron's crushing Jordan in certain categories, but is LeBron better than Jordan? No. I think, yeah, Rice, statistically, Rice is like the best ever, and I get it. But I feel like Randy Moss was the most dominant receiver to ever play the game. I just feel like he was the most dominant receiver to ever play the game. Thomas gifting 5
to the moon.
Thomas gifting 5 YouTube exclusive memberships. That is what I'm talking about, Thomas. Sir Thomas. My guy, Sir Thomas. Appreciate you. Zinkel got one. Zinkel got one. Hazard got one. CEO got one. Megatron, yeah, D-Town, Megatron too. I think as much as I love Jerry Rice, and I know this is going to piss off a lot of old-timers, but I feel like Megatron and Randy Moss were the two. I think both of them were the two most dominant wide receivers ever to play the game. I know Rice for his time, and you got to compare eras too. You can't really hold back Jerry Rice's era against him to say that it's different. It's players are bigger and stronger now and all that. I get it, and I'm totally okay with someone having Rice number 1 across the board. Like, it makes sense, and honestly, statistically, you have the edge to make this argument. But when I watch football with my eyeballs, and I see a guy like Calvin Johnson just manhandling anybody in his way, or Randy Moss out-leaping every single defense, he would just raise his hand up and Brady would just toss it to him, But do you remember that? When he would just literally run and he'd go like this. It's just like Brady would loft it up. This guy would go up with one hand and snag it. No one could catch that football if Randy Moss was around. Calvin Johnson was just dominating. Statistically, Jerry Rice is the best, receiver to ever play the game. But in terms of just pure physical ability, like pure domination of wide receivers, just specimen, it was Calvin and Randy. Just those are my two. Of course, Scott's in here saying you're tripping. Of course, you got a Niner logo, bro. I mean, what do we expect out of you? I mean, I appreciate your loyalty to it, but like, you're gonna look at it a certain way, my dude. Let's see. I've got how many? What do I have? I have Burrow and A-Rod. I need a tight end pretty bad. Irv Smith. We'll cuff Burrow. We'll stack Burrow and Irv. Chase Brown, I like. Let's go Chase Brown. We'll get Burrow, Chase Brown, Irv. Get a little stackage going on there. I think I'm done with my wide receivers. I need to focus, or running backs. I got to focus on wide receivers from here on out. I love when you see somebody comes in and says you're tripping. And I mean, like, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate your loyalty. Of course you're going to say this, but you got a Niner logo. Of course you're going to say Jerry Rice. Why would you not? Of course you're going to say Jerry Rice. But I don't know if you're listening to what I'm saying, though. Like, statistically, he's the best receiver to ever play the game. But talking about pure domination of physical space and defenders and just being, like, if I'm picking a wide receiver in maybe back in that era, of course I'm choosing Jerry Rice because you're not playing in this era. But if, like, you remove Jerry Rice from that era and put him in this era, which is not something you could do. Like Jordan said once, it's ridiculous to compare Jerry West, himself, Wilt Chamberlain, and all these different players, inside different eras when they didn't play there. So, like, you can't really do it, Jordan said, and Jordan's right. Jordan's 100%. But if you could take Jerry Rice and put him in this era, then, I think I would still, if you said, hey, your life's on the line, Smitty, and I've got to have a quarterback toss up a missile to a wide receiver, it's not going to Jerry Rice. I mean, he would be in my short list for sure, in my top 5, but I'm throwing it to Calvin. Or I'm throwing it to Randy Moss, because no one is going to stop either one of those guys from catching that football. It's just a whole different conversation. Your life's on the line. Who you throwing to? I'm throwing to the guy that no one can leap above, and that would be Calvin or Randy. My favorite player of all time is Kurt Warner or Priest Holmes, I would have to say. Trae Young MVP 2024. I like it, Peanut Butter and Waivers. I mean, he's so fun to watch. Basketball Channel. If I had time, Vampy, but it would just take time from this show, and I can't. I can barely do. I'm going to do the Dynasty Channel on the regular. We're slow moving to get there, but definitely feel like we will get to a point where the Dynasty Channel is every day. Even if I create content the night before and it premieres or something, we're gonna get the Dynasty Channel on point. Even if maybe I go live, when I go running, and I go live, on my phone like I did a couple nights ago or a week ago. Like, those are cool live streams, and every Dynasty Channel live stream might be outside, just on my phone. That way I can manage it. I can do it every day. 10-minute show, 5 to 10 minute show every single day. Dynasty Channel to the moon. And if you guys haven't subscribed to my Dynasty Channel, please subscribe to it right here. Dynasty Channel, here's the link. Get some. Boom. Subscribe. Don't wait. Run to it. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of people to debate Rice. But Moss has something to say about someone saying somebody's better than him. Randy Moss was unbelievable. Randy Moss there was no one like him. Nobody. And Calvin, there was no one like Calvin Johnson. He was just like, no, he was like a grown man playing on a Pop Warner field. It was just unfair. Hal at 16 round range is good. Hit that thumb up button, guys, on the way in or out. This is going to be the final turn picks here, and then I'm out of here. Appreciate Vampy. Appreciate everybody that's dropped super chats. Super chats right here. Let me read them off real quick. We had Garrett dropping a $2 hauler. We had Thomas gifting 5 memberships right there. Jacob dropping a $5 hauler. Garrett dropping another $2 hauler. Romero dropping a $2 hauler. Travis dropping a $2 hauler. Vampy dropping a $4.99. Morgan dropping a $2.99. Or $1.99. Thank you, Morgan. Appreciate you. Vampy dropping a $20 hauler. Vampy dropping a $5 hauler. Appreciate all of you. I can't thank you enough for keeping the lights on here at the Fantasy Football Show. You guys are amazing. You're the best community out there. No question. No question whatsoever. I work for you. And then all the gifted membership giveaways tonight. Gifted TMT dropping a 5. Thomas dropping a 5. Double A dropping a 10. Bama dropping a 20. Just unbelievable. All right, here we go. My team so far: Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers, Travis Etienne, Swift, Pacheco, Kamara, McKinnon, Brown, Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra, Jameson, Sky, Zay, Irv Smith. I could use a wide receiver or 2. Let's go Tank Dell here. And I'm going to time out here if I'm not careful. I'm going to go. It's very, very late, but we're talking the 16th round right here. I don't care. Charlie Jones, just need to draft, to stack him with Burrow. Imagine. All right, guys. Appreciate you all. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you again. What are we playing on the way out? Let's play
A top 5 wide receiver hides among the people. His cost of entry is near illegal. Few see him coming. Many stay away. His name is Chris Olave.
Appreciate you all. Yeah, I agree, Vampy. Joker's got this one wrapped up. Joker is just unbelievable right now. Just a good player. Got to call in soon. Okay, Thomas, call in, bro. G-Money, appreciate you. We miss seeing your face pop up here, so call in soon too, and then appreciate you being here. Please continue to drop comments, questions. We need more G-Money. Travis, appreciate you being here all night. Scott, appreciate you. Differing opinions rock. Don't ever feel like you can't speak your mind and you go with your bad self with Jerry Rice. You know what I'm saying, bro? He's amazing. He was totally the dog, the goat, the man, the myth, the legend. Unbelievable player. Wish we were playing a Garrett Wilson on the way out. Oh. Yeah. Hold on. Let me drop a Garrett Wilson draft. Not bad. Got 96 of you in here. Okay. $3 slow draft, Garrett Wilson. Create it, copy it. And for those that don't know what Garrett Wilson draft is, we're creating a small little private $3 draft. It's not something that you're going to it's not the same prizes and everything. It's like $20 to first place. Basically takes your entry fee of what you're doing here, and Underdog takes care of that, and they make it am I auto drafting here? Let's see here. Okay. They take your entry fee, obviously, and they calculate it. I have nothing to do with the entry fees, but it's like $20 to first place. They always take a rake, but it's basically a $3 draft, so the prizes are going to be small. But the winner through week 17, the highest scoring team out of all the Garrett Wilson drafts, I think this is number 26. If we do 40, 45, 50, you can do as many of the drafts as you want. You can join every one of them. And it's not like you're just, okay, $3 times 50, that's way more than a Garrett Wilson jersey. But you're potentially winning $20 every time you finish first, and I think it's like $13 for second, and it's just a $3 draft. So it's not like you're throwing, $3 down the drain. You're trying to win 20 every time you draft. So that link has been dropped for the private Garrett Wilson draft, and 11 spots have been filled. One more spot remains in that draft. As you can see right here, one more spot remains. You guys fill these up so quick, these Garrett Wilson drafts. Let's see here. I'll come back to that. I got my other draft here. Puppy 2. 7 picks away. Oh, did I do a slow draft or a fast draft? I may have accidentally picked a fast draft. Let me see. Eight-hour timer. Okay. This is a Garrett Wilson 20. I think it's 26 or 27. Just going to save that so I can keep track of them. Okay, so we're close there. I'm 3 picks away in this puppy too. Okay, so Garrett Wilson draft is underway. Appreciate you all. Let me pick real quick on my back-to-backs here, and then I'll look at the Garrett Wilson draft, and then I'll end the live stream. So I'm close here. I'm 3 picks away. Garrett Wilson draft is counting down, I think. Where is that at? Garrett Wilson. I named it right. 27. I'm pick number 6. Jay takes Ja'Marr Chase. Jay takes Ja'Marr Chase at the number 1. Jefferson goes number 2. This is a slow draft, but everybody's online right now, so it's going to go quick. The puppy 2, I'm going to get back in here. I'm back-to-back here. My team so far, these are my last 2 picks. I got Irv Smith. I got wide receivers I feel comfortable with. I got running backs I feel comfortable with. I could go quarterback, tight end here. So let's look at the tight ends. I'm going to go Musgrave and quarterback Sam Howell. Feel very, very comfortable with this squad right here. Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers, Sam Howell. And I share bye weeks with Aaron Rodgers and Burrow, but at least I got Sam Howell there. So Travis Etienne, Swift, Pacheco, Kamara, McKinnon, Chase Brown, Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra, Jamison Williams, Sky Moore, Zay Jones, Nathaniel Dell, Charlie Jones, Irv Smith, and Musgrave. Feel pretty good about the team. I like it. Not my favorite team ever, but it's a good squad. And this draft right here, I'm on the clock. This is our slow Garrett Wilson draft. It went Chase, Jefferson, McCaffrey, Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill. Bijan is still on the board, so I'm going with my boy Bijan Robinson. Let's roll. Falcons country, let's ride. I'll see you all later. Thank you, Living Legend. Appreciate you. Yeah, Travis, glad it was slow. I wasn't sure if I clicked it. BK, go get some sleep. I'm out of here. Peace out. People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed.